Ladies and gentlemen,
You dumb Charger
welcome
fan.
to...
We're gonna go in to Foxborough and beat the Patriots. You're so stupid. I don't know what's wrong with you. Why do you have this disillusion in yourself that you think just because whoop-diddy-doo you got 10 plus wins in the season, you're gonna be able to make it to the Super Bowl? How many points did you score? 3. Why did you even show up and play? I'd rather lose than not go there and score 3. Blue Jays lost. Blue Jays lost. Yeet. Cena tapped out. Yeet. Chargers lost. Yeet.
Sancho, you are going to be my 13th reason. Welcome to the Wrestling is Cool podcast, the coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. I'm Santi, as you've already heard, obnoxiously. That's Sancho.
Oh my God. You do this to yourself. You know that, right?
I know I do this to myself.
You talk such a big game. Me, I know the Cowboys suck. You understand? I know we're god awful. You know, I don't act like we're gonna be a world beater, but you out there thinking that you're gonna be
what is the alternative here? That I just like I sit back and act like a little bitch like you? No, man. Reality. I have confidence. I have confidence. I'll be a confidence that ends up being a fool's confidence, but I still have confidence. That's how I get by in life, by faking it till I make it. And there will be a day where the Chargers win a Super Bowl, and I don't care how old we are when that happens. I don't care if the podcast is long gone by that point. I will find you and I will celebrate. And if you're 6 feet in the ground dead already by the time the Chargers win the Super Bowl, I will tap dance on your grave. Just so you know. Double goes for the Blue Jays. Just so you know.
No matter what happens, at the end of the day, you could be tap dancing yourself on my gravestone. Cena tapped out. At least he was happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all that matters.
I'm about to tap out from this podcast. About to just not even smile tap. I'm about to just leave. What? You're gonna do a Gunther? Do a little love tap on your ass.
Right there.
We're 3 minutes into this podcast, and you've managed to find a way to like jam a whole year of insufferableness in 3 minutes.
It's 11 days into 2026, dude. Get it in early. I'm trying to figure out who the real ones are. You know what I mean? The real wrestling is coolers, you know? Not some of these fly-by Santi slammers. You know
the real ones are the ones over on patreon.com/SantiZap, where you can get this podcast 3 days earlier than everywhere else on the planet. Not only that, but you'll be getting the Raw reviews, the SmackDown reviews, the Wrestling is Cool Match Club, which is back with some heat. Later this week, we're uploading Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, 3 Stages of Hell, an unbelievable match. We've got the About to End Ryback In review. We're about to start. It's been officially voted this Sunday, the NXT TakeOver main event in review, where we are going to watch every single NXT TakeOver era. Sorry, me. Every single NXT TakeOver era main event, starting with the first one. Do you know what the first one is? Hey, this is like so trivial.
Kevin Owens.
Bro, dial it even further back. This is some Trivial Pursuit stuff. Seth Rollins was already out by the TakeOver era.
Okay. Solo Sikoa.
What? You think Solo Sikoa came in 2022?
Give me hints. Give me.
No. Nobody will get this. Okay. All right. It's between somebody that's currently over in AEW and somebody that's currently retired, forcefully retired due to injury.
Forcefully. Tyson Kidd.
That's right. Okay. In the first main event of TakeOver.
Okay. And someone that is currently in AEW. Moxley?
No. Give up.
Are they
give you one more? One more.
Are they currently like a champ in AEW? Like, are they no? Are they moving? Okay. Is it Big Cass? Is he 7 feet tall? Oh.
No, it's actually like somebody much smaller. It's over in AW. His name is Pac. Now back then, Neville, Adrian Neville.
I may have forgotten, but you know who else also forgot him? Gravity.
What? And WWE forgot his first name. They're just like, now you're just Neville, brother. We forgot Adrian. I
did like King Pac or King Neville. He was cool.
Well,
the idea of the warrior, he was cool.
All of that is going to be available exclusively on patreon.com/SantiZap. So go check it out. For 5 smackers, you get anything and everything that we do. Oh, Sancho, what?
I'm doing Chamber and review. Yes.
Yeah, you still have a few more Ryback episodes, but after that, you are going into reviewing and watching every single Elimination Chamber, starting with Survivor Series 2002.
He's about to run into the ending, and you know who ends Ryback? Who puts him out the pasture? Kalisto.
Oh, dude, the rivalry of Kalisto and Ryback. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff coming your way on the Patreon, including the Saturday Night's Main Event review and the Royal Rumble review as well. We do those reviews there as well. So go check it out. For $5, you get access to everything that we do over on the Patreon. So go check it out. I think it's going to be a wonderful year for content on the Patreon. Yeah. Tons of content over there. Now, of course, with the podcast, you can, of course, wait for it to be free on the Fridays for the scallywags around the world that want to pirate it on my YouTube page.
Do you ever create movie characters as cause in your wrestling games?
I used to. I haven't in a long time because I'm an adult.
You know, like Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball.
Yar. Yar. And Dodgeball, what a true underdog story. Forget Sami Zayn and his quest for the WWE Championship. It's all about Steve the Pirate and the average Joes.
Sami Zayn's an underdog in his own house, bro. His son doesn't even go like, Daddy.
Dude, I died laughing because I know the son wasn't trolling, but it sounded like the son was trolling. How many do you have, Daddy?
Dad, I heard you're mid.
Well, there was a lot of stuff.
Wait, hold on. Do you think Sammy's wife thinks he's an underdog? You know, like, does she judge him too? Like, who are you? You know, does she always question him? And Sammy, like, that's why Sammy is who he is, because he gets it on all fronts. You know, he never has a respite of being an underdog. He's constantly reminded that he's an underdog. Like, he stands in line at a coffee shop and someone always cuts him and he just doesn't do anything, you know.
Do you think his wife forces him to do the dishes by belittling him and talking down to him? Do you see this dish? Do you see this dish right here? Do you see how dirty this dish is? Don't you want to see this dish clean, Sammy? Don't you want to see this dish clean? Because I want to see you clean this dish, Sammy. Because I know you're capable of cleaning this dish. I know what kind of man you can be. And this is not the type of man that you want to be.
I only bring this up because Sammy brought it up. Sammy brought up his home life. It being a travesty.
It is funny to think about, like, wrestlers' home lives like being the same as their, like, in-ring persona lives. What other funny ones could we find out there? Do we think that, like, maybe Solo Sikoa's home arguments all end with him just like, okay.
You want me to take out the trash? I love it.
Cody Rhodes answers unironically the phone. So, Brandy. All right, well, folks, enough shenanigans. Welcome to the Wrestling is Cool podcast. We have a ton to talk about here today, including the massive, huge, ground-shaking news of Drew McIntyre becoming the new WWE Undisputed Champion. And let me hear. Oh, the world is rejoicing over here. Oh my goodness. From east to south, from north to west, everyone is rejoicing about Drew McIntyre's World Championship victory, because this is one of the most refreshing things that WWE has ever done to start off the year, buddy.
Is it bigger than Alphaba dying in the Oz?
I have no idea what the hell you're just referencing.
Hello, Wicked. When Alphaba died, no one mourns the Wicked. When Cody lost, everyone said, "Come on, Santi, who are you?"
I thought you said Alpha Bug. I'm like, what are you talking? Okay,
that's Alphaba.
Yeah. The wicked, the not so wicked witch.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes, the Wicked Witch.
Is that what you were seeing Cody as, the Wicked Witch of the West? He was the Alphaba of the WWE.
Not me. Apparently, everybody else was wanting him to lose. I didn't understand why all of a sudden everyone was like Cody. I think if Drew would have been the heavyweight, I think people would have been just as happy. Does that make sense? But like, I don't know how the WWE decided to give him the big prize. And I know Cody Rhodes has been feuding with Drew for the longest time. And if you look at Cody Rhodes's cage match, it's literally been Drew McIntyre, but I never felt this resounding need for him to be undisputed. I thought people just wanted him to have a world title, but they gave him the big bag. They gave him the undisputed title. Holy.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think it's a matter of people wanting to see Cody lose. I think it was more wanting to see McIntyre win. I think Cody's a perfectly good champion, but I think that you would be hard pressed to make the argument that this championship reign was amazing. Since winning it from John Cena, WWE hasn't really done any favors to Cody Rhodes. It didn't help that he went to go film Street Fighter immediately after, which of course makes you wonder why even give him the title when you knew he was going to be gone for a month in the first place. And then they do the Drew McIntyre thing, and then we get into that weird rigmarole where like the champions just sort of take a back seat, like a War Games, and then at Crown Jewel, where it's like multiple months of no world championship feuds. It's the same lull that we get into every year, but this year it just sort of felt like it was dragging out so much longer, because it was the same, like if you think about it, like we're looking at the same timeline that Cody Rhodes had with Kevin Owens last year, that he had this end of the year and start of the year with Drew McIntyre. The difference being that WWE actually had the balls to take the title off of Cody Rhodes, and I can tell you why they had the balls, Sancho. I have the answer. I actually have the answer key. I know why they took the title off of Cody Rhodes this year and not last year with Kevin Owens, because it's the same thing. Why did they do it with McIntyre and not with Kevin Owens? One thing, my friend, no final boss, no Rock that locks down this storyline that requires Cody Rhodes to be the champions, because right now it's kind of uncharted territory. We're like WWE is going into new oceans, exploring without The Rock, without John Cena, and it allows them to explore and experiment with funky decisions like this, because this, I think, at its core, at its root, feels like a funky decision, but it's a funky decision that pretty much everyone is down for because it opens up so many doors. And what's great about this, Sancho, let's pretend WWE is still got a giant WrestleMania hard-on for having Cody Rhodes go into WrestleMania as world champion. That doesn't have to change. They can give the title back to Cody, but at least we're getting this in the meantime, in the build-up to the Royal Rumble, build-up to Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania. There's opportunities, if WWE is so dead set on having Cody be the champion, to give it back to him. But in the meantime, we get to just sit back and enjoy what is a ride we've never been on. So I have no earthly idea where this is going. Obviously, we got Cody and Fatu in the picture, but this just, it feels like a new relationship. We're in the honeymoon stage, and it feels like it's been a while since we've been in the honeymoon stage, doesn't it? Because even with Jey Uso, we never got the honeymoon stage because it kind of felt like everything was kind of tainted from the beginning. CM Punk never got his honeymoon phase because he just lost the title immediately. And then when he won it again, he didn't get to be a champion. He just went right into War Games. So it just feels like it's been a while since we've gotten the honeymoon stage of a guy that we've been wanting to see be the champion for a long time. And that, I think, is the crux of the excitement for fans. I have to do a little bit of pushback when you said that people wanted Cody to lose. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's quite as archaic as that. I think it's more the excitement of Drew McIntyre being the champion than Cody losing.
I think to add to that as well is the excitement that the WWE is willing to play ball, willing to change it up, willing to make something different and not be unpredictable. And not only unpredictable on a PLE level, but unpredictable on a weekly television level. That by far speaks volumes to me more than anything. It couldn't have been CM Punk losing to Braun Breaker on Monday night. I would have been like, okay, the WWE is willing to make changes on weekly television. We don't have to go, well, why watch Monday night? Why watch SmackDown if the champion is fighting? Because ain't nothing going to happen. There's going to be a DQ. Something's going to happen where the champion still retains. And at least they're willing to say, hey, we could hot potato some championships here because it's the roster stack, dude. And, I've been to think, and I had this thought as I was drifting off to sleep in 3 a.m. land. I said, back in the day, you had to put the whole wagon on one superstar because they were driving tickets, they were driving pay-per-view buys, they were driving merch. There was so much attached to them, the Hogans, the Cenas of the world, right? But now more than ever with streaming deals, and they just revealed that they had like 300 plus hours in streaming time on Netflix on Monday night alone, and then like SmackDown on the rest at like 150. I wonder, Santi, does the revenue source change makes it different for how they book wrestling? If you're not so reliant on Cody Rhodes being the merch driver when Jey Uso, CM Punk, and Cody are all driving merch sales, and then maybe like because you can't really quantify stream hours, like who's bringing in the stream hours? We don't know, right? Because all these things are different and different revenue sources like Unreal documentaries, things like that. I think you could have a little bit more experimentation. I think the old model of having Roman, Cody, these anchor beings being the thing that carries the entire brand, the flagship going forward, they were holding on to that era so hard, but maybe they're seeing that maybe we could let go and this is a time to experiment. Now, the big thing, Santi, going forward is can Drew McIntyre maintain these numbers, maintain these stream numbers? And I don't think it's a question of Drew McIntyre being able to carry the ball. We know that he can, Santi. The question going forward is, can the WWE book a character like Drew McIntyre as undisputed champion properly? That is the biggest question. And we'll talk about it more because I think the WWE is running into some booking problems because, brother, the way they're booking Gunther is strange. But we'll get to that nut a little bit later, my friend. I'm excited for Drew McIntyre. Do you think he holds it to Mania?
Okay, sorry guys, I'm having like major audio problems on my end, but we're making do. Do I think he makes it to Mania? My gut says no.
By his own foil, his own like hubris.
His own hubris. I definitely could see it, but like just more than anything, I just see WWE wanting to have Cody Rhodes go in as the champion, have a more, I guess, known commodity be the WWE Undisputed Champion going into
not in the ad.
Their biggest show of the year. Drew McIntyre is not in the ad. So I think everything to me is pointing that Drew McIntyre is absolutely going to lose this championship. And like I said, there are 3 opportunities between now and WrestleMania where I guess you could realistically lose the title. Saturday night's main event, it's not looking like it's going to be that because they're doing the #1 contendership there. But then there's the Royal Rumble, there's Elimination Chamber, and as we learned from Io Sky and Rhea Ripley last year, any given episode of Monday Night Raw and or Friday Night SmackDown, you could take the title off of Drew McIntyre. So I think that there are too many pit stops where Drew McIntyre can be losing the championship. But I think we'll know more, Sancho, based on who the Rumble winner is. If the Rumble winner screams world heavyweight, like let's say a Braun Breaker, let's say just for argument's sake that it is a Braun Breaker, then I absolutely could see maybe Drew McIntyre retaining. Right? Maybe holding all the way until WrestleMania. But if a Roman wins, actually no, Roman versus Drew would be pretty apropos for WrestleMania and like that whole story with Clash at the Castle all of those years ago. But I just don't see Drew retaining. I'm just happy. Like it's one of those like beggars can't be choosers situations, you know, like I was a beggar wanting Drew McIntyre to become a world heavyweight champion, begging for it. And now like that I've got it, I'm satiated, you know, like
don't do that.
If they want to go further with it, that's great. Like I'll be grateful, but I'm not expecting anything else on my plate.
This is where you get in trouble, Santi. You can't do that with the WWE. It's like you got to the dinner table. Now you got to eat. There's meat on the table. You can't mess around. Do you understand, Santi? You know why? You know why? Because people were satiated that it was, oh my God, thank goodness Cena's facing Gunther in his last match. The right person to carry the mantle, the right person to withhold all the pressure of retiring such a GOAT legend. And look what happened with the WWE. They bobbled the booking right afterwards, my guy. So you have to, now the time is more important than ever to be critical of what Drew McIntyre is going to be booked going forward, because he has to continue looking strong. Now, did he look strong at Jacob Fatu being the guy that hold him out? I don't know. What I did enjoy was the imagery of Drew McIntyre escaping hell with the belt. I thought that was really cool. And I like the understanding that Jacob Fatu is back in the main event picture. Like, those are some big W's in the way the finish went down. But I do understand, and you brought it up, Cody Mania plans. You're seeing him that he returns back to it. Is that what you're looking forward to?
Is it what I'm looking forward to? No. I mean, here's the thing. Cody Rhodes is the guy. That's just it. He's just the guy. He's the guy. So he can he can be in a WrestleMania main event without even being in a world championship picture. Like, that was a Cena. Like you said, like, he's the Cena of this generation. So with that being said, listen, if Shawn Michaels could go from 2002 to 2009 not winning a single singles title, Cody Rhodes can go a couple months. He could go a year and still be a main event player. Cody Rhodes has plenty of options to go into WrestleMania and have non-title feuds that are main event caliber matches and feuds. Let's just say, and I know some people would groan, but let's just say, because you actually brought this up a few months ago, let's say they run Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes. That could main event a WrestleMania without the need of a world title. That's just the truth. And let's say that there are two matches in front of WWE: Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, or Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. And let's say this one, Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, is for the WWE Championship. Which one do you think WWE is more likely to put in the main event?
They're going to do the Gunther and Jey Uso and put it as the opener.
Yeah. So I do think that we're going to have a Cody Rhodes that's still going to be a main event player, but I got a question for you, Sancho, as I continue to try and fix my earbud problems. What would you prefer out of Drew McIntyre's championship reign? Would you prefer a short but good and productive and full of good storylines and juice, that where he loses the title before WrestleMania? Or would you like to see a long championship reign that doesn't have as much of that juice and as much of that fire as maybe a shorter championship reign might for Drew McIntyre? Speak while I try and fix this.
This is why I don't do wireless buds. I don't do wireless anything, brother. I'm analog to the core, cabled out, 8-foot long, 10 feet, 15 feet deep, connected to the PC. None of this charging wireless earbuds, making sure everything's connected. I don't do that. But I do hope that Drew McIntyre has an ability to hold on to the belt, at least to, I think he's going to hold it to Royal Rumble, because that's where he's slated to. But I think he's going to lose it at Rumble. I really do believe that. I believe it's going to be a Sami Zayn winning the qualifiers, going to the Fatal 4-Way at Saturday night's main event, going to a singles match with Drew McIntyre and the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and he's going to become a champion there. I think they're going to finally give him that big pop. I think it's going to be not only the viral moment that the WWE likes to book, but also it's going to work because there is so much history between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn.
Okay,
perfect.
Okay. So then let me ask question B. Does Sami then hold it to Mania, or does Sami lose it before Mania? You think that we could be looking at a WWE timeline where in the span of 3 months, Cody loses the title, Drew loses the title, Sammy loses the title. To who?
Randy Orton.
And then Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
Bingo.
Okay. Like
who's had an awful year in 2025? Give me a wrestler that had the worst year because like everything that they were booking towards due to injury, Kevin Owens going out, they just disappeared.
Yeah.
And the biggest stages and the PLEs, WrestlePalooza, someone who's literally the flagship of the WWE for the longest time, probably the most recognizable name to every Joe out there in the ESPN world zeitgeist, Randy Orton, RKO machine, not around. This will be that opportunity to get Randy Orton back into the Cody Rhodes verse, because I was looking at it. This is what's the biggest, I guess, casualty of Cody losing is we don't get Randy and Cody. Not now. And we may not get it this year now because that's not going to happen. But that will be the path to satiate the Sami Zayn fans, to satiate the Drew McIntyre fans, to satiate the Randy Orton fans, and to satiate the Cody Rhodes fans.
Damn. But, you know, as chaotic as that couple of months sounds, like I'd be on board with that, you know, to get, and that what you said there, and maybe correct me if you think I'm wrong here, but it feels very Attitude Era-ish, where they're just like, hey, this 30-day cycle, this guy is champion. That next 30-day cycle, that guy is champion. Because in the Attitude Era, if you look at the championship changes that those guys and girls were having, like it was insane. It felt like every 2 weeks we had a new champion in the Attitude Era. And yes, I know, Sancho, you're a big cable guy. I've never had this many problems. Today is absolutely the worst day I've ever had with wireless electronics. But that Attitude Era where there were like champions every 2 weeks, every 30 days is I mean, depends on how you want to see it, is both good and bad.
You're like a dad with all electronics failing around you.
Everything is failing.
You need troubleshooting now.
I figured, dude, that's the problem when you have like too many things. Like they just don't work. When it rains, it pours. But we're good now. We're good.
See you going like it's the most you've ever moved in a podcast in your life.
This will definitely be an interesting one for those watching on YouTube. So it'd be all over the place. Anyways, Attitude Era.
You can't leave me here to my own devices. Do you understand that?
I haven't heard half the stuff you've been saying. So.
I know. I've been dropping gold. This is by far the best I've ever been. You know?
You're like, is it Forrest Gump that just drops the greatest post-war speech of all time and no one hears it because the mic cut off? Technology, man.
Exactly. Yeah, the Attitude Era was fun, dude. It made it must-watch TV. That's for sure. You had to tune in weekly television, but at the same time, the Attitude Era had those 5, 6, 7 characters that can do that you can believe. And I think the first instance when Mankind became champion, you're like, all right, a little bit more of the pool could become a champion, because by then it was just Stone Cold, Rock, Triple H, but Undertaker. And at the same time, there was some of those characters that were rarely ever considered champion, but you would be like, damn, man, if the Kane had a long reign, that'd be cool. But he never did. You know, he never had that big goal for that long in general. But I would love in this era for them to explore that, because it's like, I think it's safer. Back in the day, if you made the wrong choice as champion, that stuff was going to hurt. And that hurt everybody's pockets because everyone got paid per match basis. And you have to think about it. Now that it's not that anymore, where people get paid for appearing on PLEs and they got bonuses and things of that sort. I know it's different pay structures for all different talent, but you could safely say then there's no like in contract, oh, we're going to give you a belt this year. Who knows what's available these days, because Netflix has changed the parameters and streaming deals have changed everything. You get paid up front. Do they get paid per metric of hitting a goal or milestone? I don't know. Well, what I do know is, like, if you gave the belt to Sami Zayn and the numbers weren't there, it's not like their money goes down overall as a company. They'll just go, oh, okay, well, we need to make some adjustments here, but we're not going to tank it in the money department here for a bit. It's like a streamer with a contract, dude. If I got paid to stream, best believe I'm going to pull out some weird stuff because I'm contracted. I'm paid. All I have to do is stream a certain amount of hours. But if I need to make sure I get paid, I'm going to stream the thing that brings in the most money, and that's Fortnite. You understand? Comprende? I got to go where the money goes. And right now, I think that WWE is feeling that it could experiment. That's why Drew McIntyre is at the helm, because where Drew going to do? Drew's pretty solid doing his little he's like on sports shows. He does a good job. He presents well. He looks great. You know, he dresses up nicely, could put on a nice suit, knows how to cut a very decent interview on television in terms of just being himself. So he's like a solid champion to represent it. It's not like Ryback going out there. You can be like, oh, you know what I mean? You got to be like, oh, all right. I mean, but like there's a certain amount of, you like, think about it legitly. Who could be the flagship champion? You could probably name 8 people right now, can't you, Santi?
Yeah, like we are in an era where WWE has enough star power and names to experiment. Hell, people are talking. So obviously Cody Rhodes, you got Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Braun Breaker now. Hell, I'll even throw a brand new name, an Obafemi. People are already saying, put a title on that guy. You can say Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, going over to Monday Night Raw, you still got AJ Styles, you got Gunther. Like there are so many names. You don't have LA Knight. Don't put LA Knight. Take those glasses off.
What do you mean? LA Knight can represent?
He's not in that list. He's not in that list.
What are you talking about?
He's not in that list.
What are you talking about?
He's not on that list.
What are you talking about? Just because LA Knight once again gets looked over, because when CM Punk's standing in the middle of the ring and all of a sudden you're just waiting for the next contender to come down, who has been feuding with CM Punk for such the longest time, who's been feuding with the Vision, and you're thinking, oh, this would be a great opportunity to have CM Punk have a challenger. And what music hits? What random music hits? Because Liv Morgan gives one of the best, what the hell are you doing sitting in your room playing video games speech I've ever heard in my life. How about to quit being a streamer after hearing Liv Morgan deliver that speech? Finn Balor challenges CM Punk. Make it make sense, Santi. This man, what happened? Did he bust his stomach? Is his stomach broken? Did it break his spleen?
Are you talking about LA Knight?
Yes, like he gets tsunamied once on a car and he's gone? What happened to him? Is he like a toothpaste that was kind of rolled down the middle and he's just squeezed out of all of his paste? Make it make sense.
Listen, it's WWE doesn't like LA Knight. Like I don't know what else I can tell you.
I don't care about what Triple H and WWE like, Santi. I need you to put on your little Charger hat and go back to Disillusion Land and join me. I want to know.
You don't want me there. Anything I root for dies and burns in front of me.
I want you, for once in your life, to stop predicting who's going to be the next WrestleMania winner in WrestleMania 50, to stop thinking about who has going to usurp the current champion, and live with your heart, brother. Live in disillusion for a bit. Put on that tinfoil hat and tell me right here, right now, do you like LA Knight as a champion one day?
Yeah, I do. I just don't think it's going to happen.
That's not what I'm asking you.
I know that's not what you asked me, but it's what I'm telling you.
All right, give me another.
But double goes with Finn Balor. Do you think anyone is buying Finn Balor winning this World Heavyweight Championship? Oh, but Shanti, but they put the title on Drew McIntyre.
What are you, Adam Sandler?
I am an Adam Sandler era kid. I grew up with all his movies, so it does make sense. No one is buying that Finn Balor is going to win this, but people are saying, "Hey, Santi, hey, Santi, Drew McIntyre won. Hey, so what? Those are not the same."
Okay, to go back to Drew Mac, does Jacob Fatu? He's on that list, definitely.
Yes,
Fatu's on that list to be a world champion.
Absolutely, 100%. And with him returning in the position that they put him in. And brand new jawline. Seemingly, he's lost so much waist, so much weight in general.
You can't. I mean, you get jaw and teeth maybe surgery. You can't eat. A lot?
I guess so. Dude. Liquid diet, brother. Liquid diet. You got Slim Fatu out there, looking like $1 million. Presumably going to be in a feud here with Cody Rhodes, and presumably also in a feud with Drew McIntyre. So like we've now got Jacob Fatu circling that World Heavyweight Championship, which is neat because now we both have Drew McIntyre. We have Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker in that world title picture, and these are the guys that like at this time last year that we were saying, hey, these are guys that that WWE is going to build around. So I think we're starting to see all of that start to take shape here with Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker.
You put Jacob Fatu, unseating a United States champion like LA Knight for sure, dude.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, rocket ship. Strap the rocket. LA Knight. Only the tippity top like Shinsuke Nakamura can dethrone LA Knight.
Dude, I was so Nakamura answered. Come on, WWE. You had one thing you had to do this week. One thing, dude. And you're on the 1 yard line. You're sitting there. You got beast mode. Kit Wilson behind you. Just hand the ball off to him, brother. It's right there. Have him answer the challenge. Come on out. Kit Wilson, and then make Nakamura hit him. I don't care. And have Nakamura have the match. But brother, right there, dude.
It was right there.
Hit, viral sensation.
For a company that is has their finger on the pulse like pretty well of like social media and what's viral, and they're so braggadocious about their social media numbers. You would have thought that they would have leaned into this, right? I'm with you, dude. I thought it was going to be Kit Wilson to answer the Carmelo Hayes Open Challenge. Carmelo Hayes being toxic masculinity. How can you be him when we are all him? Type of story that they could have told there with Kit Wilson type of deal. I think it was an underwhelming Open Challenge. But I'll never complain about Nakamura because Nakamura is great and that match is great. But it should have been Kit Wilson. I'm with you.
You said man up, and I say which kind. So look, Cody Rhodes is going to have to man up against Jacob Fatu. Now that's a tall order. Do you see a triple threat out of the three?
Yeah.
I think you're going to. I think they have to have Drew McIntyre. I don't want a Gunther type of celebration. I don't want him to be this another troll. He needs to be like Drew McIntyre. Like, I'm here to run the ship. I'm the guy.
It's tough though because of how he won. Because of how he won, it's that I don't think you can play into that, Sancho. I think you can't have two dudes being trolls. You can. They're on different shows and they're not even going after the same thing. I think you can.
They're the same. They're acting the same way.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll give you this. We shouldn't have two guys acting like trolls, but the guy that should change should be Gunther, not Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is better positioned to be the troll than Gunther right now. But yeah, you can't have Drew McIntyre QB1ing it up. Like, I want that smoke. Who's next? Because he won by being a weasel, but he won by being a weasel.
That's the heel thing to do. Can you imagine?
How is that the heel thing to do? To be the fighting chance, the opposite.
No, to act like you are the quarterback one. That'd be hilarious. That'd be funny.
Is that hilarious? Is that your humor? You find that really funny, Sancho?
Yes. For Drew McIntyre to make fun of Cody Rhodes and
does that have you belly aching?
Like being a parody and saying, I'm QB1 now. Give me the ball. Like just to make fun of how dumb Cody can be in this. Like, let him be like a mockery of the whole QB1 thing.
Mockery of Cody could work. Yeah,
like let him mock Cody and then let Nick Aldis come out and be like, oh, you're disrespecting Cody Rhodes. You need to stop disrespecting Cody Rhodes.
Why did Nick Aldis all of a sudden become Sami Zayn?
That's going to be the person. It makes sense to put Sami in that position for Saudi.
I agree.
Because I like Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn in the Rumble does well, especially in Saudi. But it's like this Rumble is going to be so stacked. And you know, Santi, Cody Rhodes is going to be in that Rumble. This man is going to have an opportunity to be the next man to be a 3-time Royal Rumble champion. And do you know who's the other one?
Stone Cold DT.
That's right. You know the other two, the other 2-time winner? out there?
Hogan, Randy Orton. Oh, out there, not Hogan. Randy Orton.
As a ghost. And HBK, all right?
Yes.
Those are the guys who are the two-time winner. So
and
that's
Cena.
And Cena. And that's another opportunity there. Absolutely, that you could have a storyline. That's just a storyline way too big for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will get swallowed up in that. And I don't see Sami Zayn being in the Final Four in Saudi. He'd be like a top 6 if he was in the Rumble. But giving him that proper solo 1v1 main event, Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it's a double whammy too. Where is Saturday night's main event?
Montreal.
You go from Montreal, Sami Zayn, home country, territory, backyard, to a emotional backyard in Saudi Arabia, right? Like it's too perfect. I actually would agree. I think Sami Zayn should win the Fatal 4-Way. I think the only downside for me is that we have to sacrifice Ilya Dragunov along the way, but hey, is what it is. Because it would have been cool.
They did it with Jay, all right? They sacrificed the
Dragon. Are you still on that? Are you still on that?
Yes. Look at the fallout. Do you see if the Dragon cut Jey Uso off right there, how much it would have saved everything? Do you understand? That's a canon event.
So you think that Ilya should have just should retcon the past, the present, the future by going back in time, Terminator style. We need to send the Ilya T-2000 to take out Sarah Connor, Jey Uso.
Do you not see that how that gave Jey Uso like the confidence to catapult himself into that was the thing that everyone was like, oh my God, the spear Uso splash took out Ilya Dragunov.
I mean, that's a crazy injunction point of the timeline of WWE. I didn't think it was there, but I guess I thought it was. I think the point in the timeline is letting whoever let Jey Uso get drunk before that press conference. You're at fault for all of this. You're at fault for all of this.
Do you feel him, sir? Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Let me see. What year was that match?
2024.
2024. Let's see. Okay, here it is.
King of the Ring tournament, I think.
No, yes, quarterfinal. You're like a little savant there. May 13th, 2024. He goes on then to face Gunther and loses in the semifinal. Gunther. And then from there, he wins at Money in the Bank qualifying triple threat against Finn Balor and Rey Mysterio. Wins that. Then let's see. Money in the Bank, that's where Drew wins. That's where Drew didn't Drew through the ladder and hit LA Knight? Who did he hit off the ladder with by long darting it?
I think that was Jay. I think he lawn darted Jay when people wanted Jay to actually win that.
And then he cashes in that day. Can't forget about that. And then he defeats Chad Gable in an 8-minute match. And then he defeats Dominic Mysterio. And then Jay and Sammy defeat the Judgment Day. And then Jay defeats Carlito.
Sorry, what are we doing here? Are you just reading all of Jay's 2024 matches?
I'm trying to point out to you, this is where it started.
All right, go ahead, because he had a ton of matches. We'll be here all day.
And then he got a first round triple threat, the win against Karrion Kross and Kofi. That was upsetting. Sure. Then him and the Wepa King, Jey Uso, defeat Judgment Day. And then Jay wins against Braun Strowman, Ilya Dragunov, and Pete Dunne for the contendership for the Fatal 4-Way. And then the title change on Monday night.
That was a great use of our time of the podcast, reading every Jey Uso match. Why would anybody want to listen to that?
Because I'm trying to make a point.
What's your point? That he had matches?
No, that Ilya Dragunov beating Ilya Dragunov was the cataclysm, the point, the canon event that ruined so much. Because then, what does he do? He goes and he taps out Gunther. And then what does Gunther do? He goes and he taps out Cena. And then what does Gunther do again? He taps out to AJ Styles. But oh my goodness, the referee didn't see a veteran of the TNA who's been in the business just as long as Cena doesn't understand that once you feel the tap and the bell doesn't ring, You let go and you go, hey, I win. Look at me, rap me tap. Yippee! That's what happens to AJ Styles?
And so you're saying AJ Styles being an idiot started with Ilya Dragunov.
Yes, did you understand? These things matter, Santi. But my point about AJ Styles is that the reason why I personally didn't enjoy it, which is fine, and I'm okay, I could criticize it, is because wrestlers have a code, right? That's what makes wrestling so fun for me, is that every single wrestler has a code and they get challenged, and sometimes they abide by their code or sometimes they tween and they go, ooh, I don't know if I should do it or do it not. That's what makes wrestling exciting. And so you have Gunther who has a code and you have AJ Styles who has a code. And that night, on Monday night, both codes were violated. Gunther, the ring general, all of a sudden taps out, and people are like, "Whoa, that makes him so smart. He tapped out with the referee," but it doesn't make him look smart. It makes him look weak, and not because tapping out it's a weak submission thing. It's because the WWE has booked it to be a weak thing to do, to tapping out, because AJ wants to make Gunther tap out and yada yada yada. But when it comes down to AJ Styles, a veteran, someone who's been in the business for such a long time, for him to make that mistake makes no sense. When I think of Dominic Mysterio ringing the bell and making Rusev drop the accolade, that makes sense because everyone's code was followed. No violations. But this right here violated so many codes that I didn't understand what they were doing. Santi, is this the same place?
Go ahead.
Look, what they could have done, and it's simple, and I hate to fantasy book this, but I thought that if Gunther beat AJ clean, and if you didn't want that to happen, or you didn't want Gunther to lose clean to AJ, then don't have this match. But if they had the choice of beating AJ Styles, this could have sent AJ Styles on a quest to regain the eye of the AJ Styles, where he goes off and goes back to TNA to regain that Division X factor, right? To be able to come up and meet Gunther again at the summit to overcome him eventually. But they don't do that. Instead, they cut off every momentum that we have from Gunther and AJ, and they gave us a match early. I was like, wow, we're having this match now on a Monday night? I thought this would be a PLE-worthy match. Build up this legend killer. But I felt that AJ Styles going down that way, I wish they just kind of hung on to the story that AJ has lost his step, because they were kind of hinting that when he lost the title with the Dragon Styles against the Usos, he was right there and he couldn't stop the 3 count. And there was those moments where he had that Division X match with Leon, or the Leon Slater and Javon Evans, Division X champion at Saturday's main event, where he slips. I thought they could kind of start building the story that he's losing his step. He's in the twilight of his career. He might retire this year. And then him losing to Gunther would have added to that. And now we have a more fun and exciting thing to launch out to, because we're seeing AJ Styles, his code, being challenged, man. The guy who was always the phenomenal one, losing his step. And that's something much more interesting to watch than seeing AJ Styles make a rookie mistake, in my opinion.
I almost don't have anything to add. And we're completely in agreement here. I'm completely with you. I think this was a very inconsistent way to book Gunther, which funnily enough has been consistently inconsistent, if I can say that. You have Gunther at the start of the year being shy Gunther, if you remember that. I don't know. Am I good enough? I don't know that I can do this against the Weapon King, the Street King. And then it's a Gunther that then kind of regains a scariness by making Jimmy Uso bleed all over the place, if you remember that. And then he goes to Mania and then gets tapped out and then has an incredibly competitive match against Pat McAfee, and then they give him back his scariness by beating Jay, by sleeping Goldberg, by having a solid match like that goes to the wire with CM Punk, and then, oh my goodness, they bring him back as the scariest version we've seen since he was Intercontinental Champion, going through like a Terminator in this John Cena last time is now tournament beating person after person after person, making John Cena tap out, do the unthinkable. Tell me how it's then a good follow-up, a consistent follow-up to then make him into a bitch. Because that's kind of what they did here on Monday Night Raw. They made him, no one is arguing that it wasn't smart. It was smart, but it doesn't make sense. This is a finish for a Dominic Mysterio, not for a Gunther that just did what he did to John Cena. We were all fantasy booking Gunther to have the most dominant, most scary year since Brock Lesnar beating the streak at WrestleMania 30. And this is absolutely a terrible follow-up in terms of building on what they had there with Gunther. The only, let me tell you the silver lining. The only silver lining that I see here, because I agree with everything that you said. AJ looks like a rookie, uncharacteristic, doesn't make sense. Gunther looks like a bitch, uncharacteristic, doesn't make sense. The only thing that this is a positive in is that it's very clear that the fans were not gonna stop the "you tapped out" chants. Now, the "you tapped out" chants can be signaled towards this as opposed to Jey Uso and WrestleMania and what happened there. So now those "you tapped out" chants, Gunther can actually acknowledge, because he was kind of ignoring them. Now Gunther can actually like acknowledge them and build something with that to help build the feud with AJ Styles. Would you agree that's at least the silver lining here? Because everything else sucks. Because now, at the very least, those "you tapped out" chants can actually be relevant when before they were kind of irrelevant and were being ignored by Gunther.
You're reminding me of this. Walk with me here. It's like as if the WWE painted themselves in a corner when they didn't have to. Like they blundered. You play chess. I beat you in chess plenty of times.
But you need to add that. You need to add that. We could have just said we played chess.
It lays the story because sometimes in chess you blunder, and I feel like the WWE likes to blunder and paint themselves in these weird corners where you're talking about an execution of a story that's a maneuver that is super difficult to do, that you have to land to convey the story not only to the fan that watches every week, but the fan that watches casually, right? Because you know all this is going to be played in the package versus AJ and Gunther, where they're going to have their trilogy. But for me, when I criticize this point, and I think when I criticize booking, and it's funny because some people are saying like you sound like you'd hate the WWE. It's like, brother, I wouldn't watch a product that I hate. I live by this notion that if you hate something, don't watch it and don't comment on it. Just move on with your life and do something else. But I love the WWE, and I really enjoy storylines.
Sorry, that, like, I love the WWE.
I just feel like the inconsistencies in the code of characters, what matters the most. Like, look at Hogan, okay? Hogan had a code of character, and when he breaks a code of character, becomes Hollywood Hogan, it matters, right? It's a big event. So that when Hogan, wearing the Hollywood Hogan colors, dips back into his code and starts rocking the red and yellow in that match against Rock, it means something. So when someone like Cena, who's coded to the core of hustle, loyalty, respect, and when he taps out, whether we hate it or love it, it means something for him to break that code, right? Because it was the end of his career. So now we're sitting here once again looking at Gunther. When he breaks his code of being this tough ring general, it just doesn't make sense for him. And I just really think about this other notion of a character breaking code. And then it just trying to think about it right now. It's like if Dominic Mysterio just all of a sudden started loving his dad. You'd be like, that's a weird thing for Dominic to do. But you understand it'd be a big event. And I just feel like this is not a big enough event for Gunther to be a Weasley heel. I do think, though, the reason why he is being booked this way, because there's another world beater coming on Monday Night Raw. And you can't have two world beaters. There he is, marching down the way. And that's Obafemi, because eventually people would ask, okay, if Gunther is a world beater and Obafemi is a world beater, there's two immovable objects and something's got to give. And I think the WWE is tipping their hand that Gunther's going to be the Weasley heel in the matchup between Gunther and Obafemi.
That feels unnecessary, though.
Why are you hating on me?
I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating. I've said it. I've agreed with you this whole time. I think you just have this like battered syndrome where you think I'm going to hit you for saying something. I actually am agreeing with you. What I'm saying is, why can't they both be world beaters and build them both to be world beaters so that we do get to immovable force meets the immovable object type of match for a WrestleMania? They absolutely can do that, but you're right. Like it's, I think you hit it on the head when you said that they're tipping their hand here, because I do think, you know, if I'm looking at the long-term outlook, it is going to be Gunther Oba at some point, and it's going to be to put Oba over. And And listen, like, to put Oba over off the back of Gunther beating John Cena, then all of this John Cena giving up stuff, at least I would have seen the long-term benefit of making Oba the next big star of the WWE. But now that you're diminishing it by turning Gunther into a bitch, it's weird. It's not going to land as hard when they do it. It would land so much more if Oba beats another immovable object type of character as opposed to a Weasley heel. Weasley heels are a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. But like believable badasses that could go into the reason Gunther's a heel is just because he talks shit and backs it up. That's why Gunther's a heel. That's what's worked for him his whole main roster career. Why are we trying something that's never been a Gunther thing? Why are we trying to turn him into Dominic Mysterio? I don't think that works, man. I thought the finish was highly disappointing in what was a very good match.
What if you have Gunther still being Gunther and Oba Femi being Oba? You get that match, and this is what you're talking about, Santi. You could have viral moments be built properly. And if you've made Gunther sleeper hold such the strongest thing ever, like this thing gets everybody to tap. It gets the greats like LA Knight to tap.
The greats.
You got Oba Femi locked into that bad boy. And brother, imagine if Oba Femi, you see his eyes and he goes like this, and he just starts breaking out of that bad boy. You know what I mean? He's like,
didn't Pat McAfee already do that?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
He already did that.
Can you imagine if Oba Femi broke out of that? It was the first time.
But what if Oba Femi smiles and breaks out of it? You know, he doesn't tap. He doesn't smile tap. He smiles and breaks out.
It reminds me of like when a boxer gets hit and the guy's like, man, that ain't nothing.
Oh, yeah. AJ and doing that to dude, because okay, listen, I picked up boxing again, funnily enough, over the last couple of months. I've just kind of been keeping that on the DL. I do follow boxing a lot. I love the science of it. What people don't understand about that Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight is that Jake Paul would have won that bout against 99% of the people that he normally faces because he was looking for the overhand right and got it. That's how he wins his matches. He was looking for the overhand right. AJ put his guard down a little bit and nailed it. But AJ's like, nah, that didn't hurt because it's AJ. Because it's Anthony Joshua and he's a monster. Anyways, little tangent. But,
exactly. And then when Jake hit that and realized it had no effect,
it's over. That's when it was done. God. That's when his morale was gone because that's how he wins all of his fights. And to credit to Jake Paul, in his strategy, his running around, he managed to hit the overhand right. It worked. It just wasn't good enough. Anyways.
Like Invincible. It's like a...
Yep, that's it. Oh, that show's coming back soon. Can't wait.
Yeah.
And The Boys, dude. Like all of these shows are coalescing. It's nice. It's nice. You watching Fallout?
No. I don't know. Mention this. I was in a show with the guy.
You did, yeah.
In Fallout.
Yeah.
Really good guy. Really good guy.
Nice. Look at you now, though. Look at you. And look at. Here in the Wrestling is Cool. Here on the Wrestling is Cool podcast, reading off Jey Uso's cage match for 10 minutes.
I didn't go to Juilliard. I'm sorry. I should have gone to Juilliard.
And on August 3rd, Jey Uso faced Carlito.
The WWE's booking is inconsistent. Meanwhile, my friend Aaron is on the Golden Globes, walking around the red carpet with Walter Goggins. And here I am stuck with you.
Hey, man. I'm the Walton Goggins of wrestling content creation, brother. That's me. You. I want you.
I'm telling you, I do think the winner of Royal Rumble, just to go back to that conversation, does change with Cody losing, of course. The field's wide open, but I think it's just going to boil down to Roman. I think Roman wins, and you get CM Punk and Roman at Mania. You get Paul Heyman, you get CM Punk.
What about Braun Breaker? Braun Breaker, where do you place him? So here's my thoughts on how things are shaping out with Braun Breaker. I think he is going to win Elimination Chamber. I think they just suspended him to find a reason to not put him in the Rumble.
Keep them cold.
Keep them. Yep. Yeah. So that like, hey, if you're gonna put them in the Rumble, it's to win. And if you don't want them to win the Rumble, then don't put them in the Rumble. And I think that's what they're doing here with the suspension.
Because if you have the Vision in the Rumble, that changes things. Factions always dominate the Rumble. Look at the legacy with Randy Orton. Literally, Cody, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase Jr. run roughshod. The corporation with Big Kane and good old Big Show ran that whole thing. The Nation of Domination ran that whole thing.
And that was the Rock's first one.
The Nexus with Punk, dude. And even when I'm trying to remember, like, there was a couple where you like it always boils down to the same thing. You would have the Vision run the rough shot, and then Logan or Austin Theory or Bronson Reed will turn on each other, and that's what it breaks the domination run. But I agree. I didn't think about that Braun Breaker being suspended past Rumble, but Paul Heyman could politic his way to say that Adam Pearce put his hand on Braun Breaker first,
which he did.
He did.
I went back. He did.
And at the same time, I'm hoping like that was the missing sauce. I sat there because I made a video about like how can the Vision come back, and that was it. Just get Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce has to eat a spear. I'm sorry, it needs to happen before Rumble. Just a big old spear from Braun Breaker and a Tsunami, and it just needs to happen. And then let me bring in like a new GM for Raw for a little bit, but and then it should be R-Truth.
Boom. No.
Boom. Booked it for you. Boom.
No, I think that if you do want to really put the accent on the Vision destroying Adam Pearce,
the two dots or the little ching, one of those little accents.
Give me the accent. Give me the X. I believe it's called the accent aigu, the little thing. Anyways, if you really want to put the accent aigu on it, you have Triple H have to come out of Gorilla to be a character.
Oh.
Like if the Vision's attack on Adam Pearce was so bad that you force Triple H to come out of the I don't want the spotlight, but I will be in every WrestleMania commercial. If you force him to come out and become a character in this whole Vision thing, I think you got something there. I think that's special. Like Kevin Owens, great reference. I think that is very astute. I do think didn't that make Kevin Owens feel a lot more legit when Triple H had to come out of Gorilla still with his with his headset to scold Kevin Owens, to yell at him? It felt real. And if they can have that moment here with Braun Breaker and the Vision, that could be how we get that heat back for the Vision.
Sure. Yeah, and then you see it on Real. Triple H goes, "Wasn't that awesome out there?"
I don't really like this Unreal show. It showed too much of the industry. But what did you think? Hey, I'm out of here, Triple H.
Triple H is funny, dude. On that Unreal, he just becomes like this overbearing dad. Watches everyone with love. Like, are you okay? Everything good. This is your moment. You understand? This is your moment right now.
Little do people know this. These are the types of conversations we have before the podcast, Sancho. This is a big episode. This is your moment here. I need you to talk about Jey Uso's cage match record of matches for 5 minutes. People will love this.
I was a champion like you once too, Santi.
Why are you rubbing my shoulder?
That's what he does.
I know, but I don't like you virtually rubbing my shoulders because I feel it. I feel it.
And then he goes, I hate when people muff their hand over my ear. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, who do you think you are? Get away from me.
Who are you?
Yes, the fire rises. There we go. There's our Dark Knight.
Do we get a Royal Rumble surprise? I'm jumping ahead of our Royal Rumble prediction episode, but there has to be Speed, right? Speed has to run back. Am I wrong? Okay,
listen, it's in Saudi, and I think Speed's a great choice, especially with everything that's been going on with him in like his tours, his WWE, the Randy, all that stuff. But may I throw out a name that is less entertaining, but I think is equally likely? Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, because of the Mr. Beast land also in Riyadh, and the whole thing with Randy Orton going to Beastland. I told you it was not as good, but are you gonna straight face tell me it's not as likely as Speed?
Jimmy.
Good old Jimmy Donaldson.
Did you know that you're one Kevin Bacon removed from Jimmy, Mr. Beast?
How so?
Your boy was in a Mr. Beast video.
You were?
Yeah.
Which one? Team C's? Team
IRL
Team Trees?
Battle Royale, dude. IRL Battle Royale. A cold day in Los Angeles. And this goes for a bean on the Patreon. It goes, oh, another time that Sancho talks about his past. Me. Yeah, that's right. I was in a Battle Royale, cold day in Los Angeles in the mud. Airsoft and balloons. We had like balloons like we're in Mario Kart.
Did you win?
Nah, dude. I never shot an airsoft gun before in my life before that day. And it was cold. It was the miserable day in Los Angeles. When it's cold in Los Angeles, it sucks. And it was muddy. And I lost my 2 teammates, but I got to in-game. And I shot at balloons, but it hurts, dude. It hurts when they hit you because it was cold, man. But
I didn't know you were in a Mr. Beast video. That's crazy.
It's funny because I tell like my nephews and nieces, and I tell like my cousins, like, and try to bridge the gap because they think it's lame that I'm a Fortnite guy, and they probably think it's double lame that I'm a Fortnite and wrestling.
Wait, why do they think it's lame that you're a Fortnite guy? Wait, is Fortnite not cool with the kids?
Out. No, because they were making fun of me.
It's not with the 6-7 kids.
No, but it is interesting though. Like my niece finally came back because Kim Kardashian was a skin and she wanted it for Christmas. So I got her, the uncle got to provide. But the whole thing I want to say is like, yeah, dude, Fortnite's out, wrestling's out, but essentially I throw out Mr. Beast. Maybe that makes me cool again. And that usually does like, no way. You're not even. You're like, there I am.
Here it is. You've got you've got it tabbed on your phone.
Oh, brother, it's so funny because it shows like the number of stats of every subscriber in the video. And so it's like 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, Sancho, 100K.
Oh man. Well, now he might be in WWE. Maybe.
Oh God.
I would love for them to get Ronaldo. That won't happen though. But Ronaldo appearing in WWE would be cool.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
The FaZe guy?
No. Oh my God. Are you this freaking internet coded that your first thought of Ronaldo, arguably the most famous athlete of our time, you go to the FaZe Ronaldo?
You brought up Mr. Beast. I'm keeping it the same world.
I'm talking about Saudi Arabian related superstars, and you think I'm talking about FaZe Ronaldo? Yeah,
it's like having Tom Brady in the ring. You want him
not in the ring. I want him to appear in wrestling.
You want him to go like,
yes, and I'm like, ah! Listen, Mr. Beast is gonna,
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh. How sick was that though? Yeah, Macaulay Culkin on Fallout. He's a Fallout character. Anyways, Mr. Beast is going to be in the Rumble.
I still think Drew Carey's the worst Rumble entrant of all time. Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally came up into the ring and goes, not for me.
No, I'm good. I'm eliminated. Good. Hey, listen, it is the World Cup coming up soon. World Cup.
That's your internet coded, you brain rotter.
I am internet coded. Yeah, I cannot believe I said Ronaldo and you thought I was talking about the YouTuber of Stable Ronaldo. He's not in FaZe. Yeah, it's Stable Ronaldo.
Oh, he's no longer in FaZe. FaZe is gone.
Yeah, rip. Shout out to Matt Pat.
He's not dead, dude. Matt Pat in the Rumble. Okay, hey, Santi, CM Punk versus Finn.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's that's not where he's from.
I know, but it's like general. It's like everyone was like celebrating that Drew won because he's from Europe. That's like a very.
I guess. I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing as like, Drew McIntyre was home field advantage in Wales because it's kind of close to Scotland. I guess this is the same case. Northern Ireland is close to Ireland. They're not the same country. I just want to clarify. People have not seemed to connect those dots. He's in his home country. He's in his hometown. No, he's different country, different city. I just want to make that very clear. But I'm sure it'll still be probably a very pro Finn. I don't know, man. CM Punk is CM Punk. I can see people booing Cody Rhodes, but like booing CM Punk doesn't seem feasible. I don't think he gets booed.
I think it's because AEW did a great job for CM Punk again. They kind of reinvigorated the CM Punk fan base over there overseas with All Out.
Yeah, all in. Yeah,
all in, all out.
Double or nothing. All out, all sideways. All it is what it is, man. It's just all kinds of sides.
Brother, do you know how bad things are in the WWE sometimes? In a fun way. All right, I'm sitting there chatting it up, hanging out with my watch party, yucking it up, you know. I see a backstage segment. We're in the locker room. I'm like, cool. Oh, it's Jey Uso. Oh, Jey, you just had a fun little promo commercial. You came out there and said, I got a warning shot for the entire tag team division. Yeet. That's all I got to say. Yeet, warning shot. Yeet, ward, yeet, shot, yeet. And then he goes back into the back, and guess who shows up to answer the call?
Listen, it's Alpha Academy. And it's not that far off from Finn Balor.
No way.
No, okay, listen. Okay, you want to hear a crazy stat about Finn Balor? And I don't have to go through 5 minutes of cage match to tell you. Finn Balor's last singles win, September 2025 against Dragon Lee. His last singles win before that, like June 2024. Against Dragon Lee. His only 2 singles victories in the last year and a half have been against LWO's Dragon Lee, not the current invigorated like main event-ish Dragon Lee. LWO Dragon Lee are his last 2 singles victories. And I'm supposed to believe that this is the guy that's going to get the championship opportunity against CM Punk. It's not that far off from Alpha Academy being like, hey, what's up, boss man? We get next. All right, Big Daddy. I guess you do get next, Big Daddy. 4 letters, 1 word.
I wish the WWE just had, like, dude, just give us more time with Finn Balor being this gamer. And let him like grow a stubble. Like
you want bum ass Finn Balor?
Yeah. Dog, I love the idea of him just playing video games and being like let him turn the clubhouse into like this Asmongold type of statue, like
just roaches,
trash and roaches, and just let him live in that squalor for a bit because it'd be so fun. And then let him eat like a carb, you know, and then like get him like a little pot belly going, you know, like a little. It's not his, but and then like have some fun with wrestling, dude. Give him like a little pot belly suit, and then he's like, "Oh, dude, you're letting yourself go, Finn." And he's just sad, and you're like, "Come on, Finn." And then like the next night, bam, back to 6-pack abs. You know what I mean? Like it's like a miracle.
Listen, this is all just par for the course. Every year Finn Balor gets his random world championship opportunity. Last year it was in the Wepaverse. The year before that with Seth Rollins. Like it is like he always gets this opportunity, and it's always just for him to lose. It's not going to go anywhere. And people's throwing out that, well, the Drew McIntyre won, so Finn Balor can win too. Correlation is not causation. Just because one won doesn't mean the other one's likely to win. It ain't going to happen. It'd be neat. It'd be interesting. It'd be different, I guess. And I will, I guess, fight back against the people that are saying that he doesn't deserve this championship opportunity because of everything that we've pointed out. Him just being a big loser, honestly, for the last couple of years. To be fair, CM Punk did name him. So it's like CM Punk wanted him as opposed to Finn Balor earning the opportunity, which I think is an equally valid reason to get your match. I mean, it's the whole reason it's the whole reason Kevin Owens got his match at Bash in Berlin against Cody Rhodes. You know, Cody says like, I want to face you, dude. Like, I know you. And I love that because Kevin is like, dude, I've lost like every match for the past like 2 years. Why do I get an opportunity?
But it was done so much better with CM Punk and Finn.
Yeah, you think better with CM Punk and Finn?
Yeah, better than Cody going, you're my friend.
No, I get it. Yes.
You deserve it.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Yeah. But yeah, man, CM Punk and Finn. But this whole, the Finn Balor main event push, I ain't buying what you're selling.
Dang, you're like fool's golding it, huh? It's like you're seeing the rise in stock and you're just like, don't buy.
No, this is in the stock market, this is called a dead cat bounce. It's just going to go up 5% only to plummet 10. You're going to end up losing your investment here.
Stock market things, because that's the second time you said that. Do you know
the dead cat bounce? Well, it depends. A short squeeze. I like the short squeeze when all the people that have a short
squeeze.
There's the bull run.
Uh-huh.
What else is there? There's the pump and dump.
Oh, wee. Did you like when good old Uncle Howdy went, yeah.
I want that to be a thing everywhere that he goes, man. I want that to be a thing. It's such a fun brain rot of him just saying yes in different languages. Oh yeah.
Wee. Okay, Finn Balor is fool's gold, sure. But I think if this leads to Finn Balor doing something interesting, getting kicked out of the Judgment Day, because it does feel like Liv Morgan's going to be the queen bee of Judgment Day.
Yeah. Speaking of Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio is still like gone.
IC title gone.
What's the play here, man? Like the Raw mid card is struggling hard because of his absence. And sure. I think it'll struggle without Dominic Mysterio being there, obviously. But I feel like they're unnecessarily letting a double struggle by not having Dominic and the IC title.
And Sheamus is injured, so I think that adds to it. And Rusev is missing.
Yeah, man. You know what? Now that you point those people being out, maybe it is fine to keep the title on Dominic if you don't really have anybody else that you feel confident in to give the title to. Because, yeah, Obafemi's coming in, but I think Obafemi should bypass the mid-card entirely, in my opinion. But
you kind of have to do that.
Dominic not being there is hurting the mid-card. It's hurting the Judgment Day. But, yeah, it is going to be Queen Bee, Liv Morgan for sure. For sure.
So, JD's injured. LA Knight injured.
Seth.
Okay, you didn't say anything about that. I thought you were going to. You have, Ray, but Ray is doing things with the Vision.
Seth is injured, obviously.
Yeah, and then Sheamus, as I mentioned, and then Penta. He literally said, "My Reeves,
dude." I died laughing.
Yeah, so did I. And then you have basically that's it, and then you have the Grande Americanos, and then you have Kofi and the New Day, and the Creed brothers, and the LWO, and Logan's no longer a mid-carder. I think Logan would have been a fun choice. Didn't Logan say he wanted the IC title? Am I misremembering that?
I think he did. I think they were talking about him bringing the IC title to the Judgment. No, to the Vision. I think that conversation absolutely did happen. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then you have Rusev. So it's like, who's Rusev going to fight if the entire mid-card is gone? And then you have Chad Gable, that he could definitely be a great addition to the mid-card. But yeah, I think you're right. It's interesting that they never vacated Dom's title when they're so quickly able to vacate other titles. I always find it interesting that they don't vacate some titles and they do vacate titles quickly. And I think it's because there's no one else, like you said.
Yeah. I do like that they didn't vacate the Stephanie Vaquer title. I called it. I saw that ankle injury. I'm like, I've had ankles just like that, and I'm back within 4 weeks. They look ugly. Because like Stephanie posted these photos, and they were like, it like her ankle is basically black. It was like super purple. Yeah. But I would remember like when I would have injuries like that, it was when my ankle got
days.
The good old badminton days, and also football, because I'm also a big scary angry big burly man. Anytime my ankle got that dark, it's like, oh, it's healing. It's healing now. That was always the sign of like I'm a couple weeks away. It's like when it's like super fat and inflamed and it hasn't caught
red.
That's when it's still really bad. She's in full blown recovery, and I may not be a doctor, but I've damaged enough ankles to have a connoisseur's eye.
Oh, but didn't I tell you? I called it. Raquel looking dangerous. Ooh, she called herself Big Sexy Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah. Yes.
I'm nervous that she's going to lose. I'm nervous that they're going to have
her lose.
I'm nervous that they're going to have her lose in the like, how like Cody Rhodes would still win with the damaged ribs type of deal. I think it's going to be that. I know that people still have the Tiffany Stratton loss like fresh in the brain, but I think that was like a legit injury. Tiffany needed lots of time off. This is a legit injury, but I think it's like one of those like surface injuries that you can come back from, still clearly perform while doing it. I think that they're going to actually have Stephanie be made to be the Superman in this and win on one leg as opposed to get squashed because she only has one leg.
Where, at Saturday main event or Rumble?
So I would prefer it to be at Saturday night's main event, not because I don't think this is good enough for Rumble, but because I want the loser to be in the Rumble. Yeah, as simple as that. Like literally simple as that. I want the loser to be in the Royal Rumble, whether it's Stephanie or Raquel. They both should be in the Rumble if they lose.
I'm just hoping that the women's Royal Rumble is better than last year's. Oh my God, that spot where 9 of them got eliminated.
It was just, dude. It was a Travis Scott-steam, man. It was not good. That spot was bad. The winner was bad. Charlotte, remember? Yeah, like it was all around bad decision. We'll see, man. I think that there's actually a lot of pressure for this Rumble to be good with it being in Saudi Arabia, and there's already obviously like those question marks about them having to wear the big body suits throughout the entire match, etc. I do think that to help curb any of those conversations about women's wrestling in Saudi Arabia, I would love to see just a banger women's Rumble.
Yeah, I think we get Jade and Jordan at Rumble, though. I think that happens at Rumble.
That brings a different conversation, actually. That's part of it. We're looking at all of these NXT call-ups, right? We still have Obafemi just around the corner. There's rumors of Blake Monroe, maybe a little bit further down the line. It sounds like Blake Monroe.
She plays Fortnite, by the way.
Oh, does she?
She tweeted out, "Bring back Shockwaves." I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa,
you play Fortnite?
There you go.
I slid the replies like, give her what she wants, Fortnite. Give her everything.
You got JC Jane there, potentially getting called up soon. You've already got Trick Williams being put into a high-profile position of getting a number one contender opportunity. Javon Evans feuding with Los Americanos. Jordan Grace with Jade Cargill. Where, how are you feeling so far? Yeah. Oh, and Lash Legend, being put in where she is, women's War Games. It feels like they're treating these call-ups a lot better. Maybe not Javon Evans with all the commercial break stuff, but it does feel like almost all of them, they're being treated with a level of hype that I haven't seen in a long time. Like putting Jordan Grace immediately with Jade Cargill, awesome. I love that. I think she's going to lose, but then that sets her up to be credible to go right after the United States Championship. It's totally fine and credible to lose the WWE Women's Championship match to then go to the U.S. title championship picture. But it starts her off high, right? And it starts her off telling fans that don't know Jordan Grace, this person matters, regardless of whether she's in the mid-card main event tag team, pay attention to this person. I think that that's huge. Trick Williams is like red carpet rolled out for him. And I haven't seen this much hype for an NXT call-up ever. Like literally ever for Obafemi. Like I haven't seen anybody get this type of excitement. Not even Braun Breaker. Not even Finn Balor when he got called up. When he was like the number one pick for Monday Night Raw. Like I've never seen this much level of hype for Obafemi. It's just kind of exciting to see these NXT call-ups getting the shine that a lot of the times they don't get. Because I think of like previous call-up groups like Dijak doing nothing with him, Blair Davenport doing absolutely nothing with her. Like it's become unfortunately too common to make these call-ups that are that they have no plans for. But this time it feels like they all have some sort of plan. Even Javon Evans, if they're small, low mid-card plans, there's stuff there happening with him.
I'm only going to say this once. I'm going to be silent the whole way. I don't see the dominating track of Obafemi. Physically, I do. But I don't see the complete package.
What is the complete package for you?
People are you're selling me that he's going to be the next Brock Lesnar. Like that's what you're selling me.
Yes.
And I don't see that level.
What don't you see? I'm asking you, what don't you see? You said physically, what is missing? Because unlike Brock Lesnar in 2002, Obafemi has never needed a mouthpiece. His promos are excellent on his own. Like completely just on his own. Very good. No one has ever complained about a bad Obafemi promo. Now, mind you, it's NXT. Stakes are lower, but I'm curious what it is that you don't see.
That's what I mean. Like, I need to see what it looks like on the main roster. I feel that the reason why some NXT's talent works there is because they're very generous and they're very cooperative and they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They understand the cadence of a wrestler. Like, they get to know Obafemi to the core. I'm simply just saying I'm in the camp of I'm not ready to hand all the keys over just yet. So I see how he performs on the main roster. With Javon Evans, I'm ready to see that because I see him perform on the main roster. Well, so Ruka, I've seen her perform on the main roster. I don't trust the WWE to, one, handle his booking correctly. All right. And two, I don't know. I just have so many questions.
Like what?
My questions is his promo style going to work on the main roster? I don't know. Right.
What did you think about his promo with Cody Rhodes?
With Cody, yeah, that promo with Cody was very generous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cody didn't go after anything that he has. And I don't know if this ruler type of gimmick works in a modern day wrestling. Does that make sense? That it's more...
It does not make sense at all. I completely disagree with you, but I'm giving you the floor. I completely disagree with you.
I'm simply saying, like, I have reservations about Obafemi because
you just haven't pointed out.
I haven't seen him enough. I haven't seen him enough.
I know, but that's not reservations. That's not.
There's nothing that the WWE has given me on the main roster in his presentation.
Yeah, because he hasn't been on the main roster. What do you want?
Of his vignettes in the match, in the little moments he had with Cody that don't give me Brock Lesnar. Let me give you the Kingdom.
If I was born with tires, I would have been a race car. Like, it's irrelevant what you're saying here. Your complaint about Obafemi is you haven't seen Obafemi enough.
I'm saying I'm not ready. That's all.
You didn't say you're not ready. You said that you don't see it. Go back to the tape. You said you don't see it with Obafemi, and I'm telling you you're wrong.
I see a dominating force that could be booked like a monster. Sure, I see that. I see someone that could be unbeatable. I could see someone have a long reigns, but I don't see this level of moving the business like Brock Lesnar.
How many episodes in the year did you watch of NXT? Or is your entire outlook of Obafemi his Saturday night's main event promo?
I've only seen his matches. NXT big matches, and you're telling me someone who's been able to produce huge matches like Dijak when we watch them in Match Club, that's all I've seen of Obafemi.
Okay, so all you've seen is his matches. So how can you judge if you clearly have not seen his storyline work, which is developed on the weekly shows, which you don't watch? You're only you said that you see the physical.
I'm saying that I don't trust the WWE to book him correctly.
You have changed your argument like 3 times in this.
No.
Yes, you have. You keep changing your point. You keep changing your point Let me just hold on.
Go ahead.
Here's what you have said. You started by saying
you took it back. You took the floor back. Go ahead.
I gave you the floor for like 5 minutes. You started by saying you don't see it with Obafemi. And then you changed it to I have my reservations. And now you've changed it to you don't believe that WWE's booking is capable of doing Obafemi. And you keep changing your argument because I keep pointing out that you don't have enough information to make this judgment.
You keep poking holes in my argument and I'm plugging them up. Yes. I'm simply saying that I don't see it because, one, I don't see that he's going to reach Brock Lesnar levels because that's what you tell me. As someone that watches NXT, you go, he is a world changer like Brock Lesnar. And I'm telling you that from what I've seen so far in his presentation on the main roster, his vignettes, and his promo that he had with Cody, that's on the main roster, my sample size, I don't see the Brock Lesnar world beater type of vibe. I don't trust the WWE to be able to book him correctly and make him seem like, look at how he exited NXT. He loses the belt to Ricky Saints, and then he gets it back, and then he drops it and vacates it. Because why? They wanted to protect him to be strong going on the main roster. Then why have him lose to Ricky in the first place? Let him drop the belt and make it feel like, oh my God, this next big threat has left his pasture, and he's grown out of his fish tank, and now he's in the big ocean, and he's going to be a scary threat. That's for one. I don't see the inconsistencies from NXT and the inconsistencies of the main roster are going to hurt Obafemi the most, because I don't see that he has the promo ability to work beyond he's a ruler, because you're going to need more than that to be a main roster staple like a Brock Lesnar. And you're telling me, yes, they gave Brock Lesnar a mouthpiece, but he had Heyman, and that gave Brock Lesnar the ability to overcome his limitations. I don't think that WWE is going to give an Obafemi a Heyman. They're not going to give him a mouthpiece. He's going to have to figure it out on his own. If the gimmick of the call to action, the back and forth with the audience, if the main audience doesn't pick that up and they don't work with him, they don't flow with him, then I think he's going to be in a little bit of a trouble.
They've already picked it up on SmackDown, on Saturday night's main event. All the isms, they're already there. I feel like, and this might sound mean, I think you're trying to be a movie critic when all you've watched is Avengers Endgame. All you've watched are his big matches, but you haven't watched his promo work, his storyline development over the last couple of years on the weekly shows. I don't think that you have the sample size to be making this judgment call.
I'm not alone in this, though. I'm not the only one that hasn't had his entire sample size who's watched everything that he's done.
I know, but those aren't the people making the judgments like you are. The people that are telling.
I'm not making a judgment. There's people out there who are not on board as me. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, but they're not saying that that they don't see what everybody else sees in Obafemi like you are.
I open up this whole entire can of worms by saying I will stay silent and I'll be willing to listen. That's the whole. I open the side thing.
Listen, but that's like
silent. I will let you have play. I will let you have fun with your Obafemi. But going forward in this podcast, if there's an issue with it, or I don't, and there's like an inkling that I see a wrench that's being thrown in, I'm just gonna hold my tongue. Sir.
Yeah, you don't get to say I'm gonna be silent. I think this guy's gonna be shit. See ya. And then not have somebody that actually has watched every single minute of Obafemi's career come to the rescue and defend. Because respectfully, when it comes to Oba, I feel like in terms of who knows what they're talking about, it's me here or you here. I think that your judgment call on Oba is not a fair one at all.
I want you to tell me, and I want people to hear this side of the story, and I want people to hear my side of the story, because when you look at the end of the day, there's been plenty of cases of people who've excelled on NXT, had the potential to be the world beater that was touted out there, who was told by so much NXT fans that wait till this guy hits the main roster, wait till this guy hits the main roster, and it fumbled along the way, not necessarily to the detriment or the cause from the wrestler and the talent himself, because of the WWE's booking. Already, the WWE, we've said so many times, is stacked. So many characters is stacked. And all it takes is the big main eventer to come back in and steal the thunder. And I'm saying that from what I've seen, I don't think
which isn't
much, but from the main roster where it matters the most, where all the lights are on and being on center and main event and PLE, I don't think he's going to be that fast track rocket that you're expecting.
That's insane. You want to know why? Because the only thing you've seen on the main roster is him go to a DQ finish with Cody fucking Rhodes, and you're telling me that isn't good enough.
The vignettes. I don't see
it. Insane. That's insane. You don't see them. From what they've done on the main roster, they haven't done enough to really tell me he's going to be a main eventer. Goes into Saturday night's main event with Cody Rhodes.
You told me that
disqualification finish.
Matcher, and you were like, Dijak is going to be one of the best guys on the roster. And what did they do with him?
I stand by that. Well, that's a different situation altogether. Dijak didn't have a match with Cody Rhodes at John Cena's retirement that he didn't lose. Dijak's situation was, I think this guy's a 5-star match heater. And unfortunately, Dijak became that statistic that you're talking about. You should have seen this guy in NXT. Wait till you see what he can. They just never let him do his thing on the main roster. But these are just not comparable at all. It's so contradicting. It's so contradicting what you're saying.
Melo was close to the same situation. Melo got a fire match with Cody Rhodes right off the bat. Did he not on the main roster? Was a high draft pick, right? But Melo went through his trials and tribulation.
No one had Melo having this track record that we have with Oba.
Chris Jericho has stated that the WWE will always put a rocket on you and let you figure it out. And once you get that rocket on you, you're always going to go through a lull and you're going to go in a downbeat, and then you're going to pick yourself back up again. That's what happened with Melo. He got to the main roster, faced Cody Rhodes right off the rip, went through a lull, went through a rough patch for so many months and years. And then he finally got back to the mid card, and he finally is the United States champion. And look where Melo is now. He is thriving. If I'm saying that if Obafemi hits a rough patch, I don't trust the WWE to get him out of that rough patch.
I think just your argument just holds no merit.
There's people out there like me that don't watch NXT, that may feel the same way. And I'm saying this is a place for them to see what I would see, to feel the same way and be okay with that. And I'm just saying, like, I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with not getting the whole picture. I'm okay with not seeing X amount of matches or hours of hours NXT.
But you're okay with making a judgment off of the only thing that you've seen on the main roster, which is top of the line. Well, what is it?
It was a question of, tell me what I'm not seeing. Well, like, I don't see it. Tell me what I'm seeing.
I keep telling you, and then you keep trying to plug it up with something else to try and make your narrative right, which is just wrong.
No, I'm giving you my entire picture where I'm at, brother. And I'm wanting you to explain to me, to say, look forward to this.
Here's my question then to you. What would have you, Obafemi aside, what is, oh my goodness, this is the guy that's going to be the next Bianca Belair, the next Brock Lesnar, the next huge big deal in women's and or men's division. Please, because I'd like to know what you would have needed to see. Hang on, let me put up the parameters. What would you have needed to see before his time in the main roster to be able to have not even like confidence that it's going to happen, but like have the feeling that this is the next Brock Lesnar, the next Bianca Belair? Because I can't be 100% sure. No one is 100% sure that this is the thing.
I got your question. I'd rather, it would have been nice to have a really cool Royal Rumble moment.
That's not what I said. I said before the main roster. What?
Santi, Jordan Grace wasn't even on the WWE's roster. I'm saying
we're talking about the Brock Lesnar thing, who never had a main roster thing. He just showed up. He had the great, amazing year. He was a sure thing, locked WWE championship. What do you need to see from somebody before they get to the main roster to feel like they could reach those levels? Because that's what we're talking about. But you're saying a great appearance at the Royal Rumble. That's a main roster. And before anything related to the main roster, how can you, what could give you the confidence?
I feel like you're painting me in a corner that I can't get
but that's the corner we're in. It's an NXT guy getting called up. That's the actual corner we're in.
But you've had moments where an NXT guy who's not on the main roster made an appearance and become that it guy. You like Kevin Owens stepping up with his NXT title,
great
taking
example,
out the open challenge for John Cena. You've had moments where Sami Zayn did the same thing. Like, I just wish that Obafemi, you're telling me that he is a 10-star, like immediately hitting the roster, and I'm saying that I haven't seen moments on the main roster enough. And yes, I've only seen one, but it would have been nice
if
huge. He was in the Royal Rumble. It would have been nice if he was in the Rumble.
So Sami Zayn answering the open challenge and losing to John Cena for a mid-card title is a much bigger vote of confidence than Obafemi as the NXT champion going to face QP1 in one of the biggest shows of the year with the most eyeballs.
And how did the WWE ruin it?
By protecting Oba so he doesn't lose. What does that tell you?
Let me see him hit a crossroads. Let me eat a crossroads. Let me kick out of that crossroads. Build him up, dude.
Yeah, I think this is.
Why are you so afraid? Why are you so afraid of Obafemi's that dominant? Let him eat a crossroads. Let him be scary to Cody Rhodes rather than just throw him around a bit and then hit him with the lariat over the commentary table in a 6-minute match, and then have Drew come out and ruin it all. If the WWE was confident in it, we could have had a semi-clean finish, a false finish, a false kick out with let him kicking out of a crossroads and be like, oh, damn, he kicked out of a crossroads?
Okay, so at this point, it feels like the only way that you could see somebody being a next Brock Lesnar coming out of NXT is if they just straight up go to debut at WrestleMania and beat Cody Rhodes.
Win the Royal Rumble? You keep ignoring me. Jordan Grace appeared with TNA, appeared on the Royal Rumble. She had the moment. I was like, that's going to be a superstar in the day. And then what happened? She went to NXT. You're like, why did she do that? She was ready. She was main event ready. She could have gone on. She could have won a title easily. After those Royal Rumble appearances, could have had a program with Bianca Belair, with Nia Jax, but they didn't do that. So if, say, in my version that you're seemingly ignoring me on, that if Obafemi came out in the Rumble and had his Rumble moment and tossed around some main event guys, I could go, damn, when he shows up in the Rumble, he's going to show up on the main roster. He's going to be a big factor.
I know, that's not, you're talking purely hypotheticals that haven't happened or cannot happen, because we're just talking about the real situation of where Obafemi is now. You're saying that the only way that you could see this huge potential in Obafemi is if this thing that is in the future.
You keep asking me to give you hypotheticals, though.
Yes, but I asked you for the hypothetical of somebody that hasn't even touched the main roster, and your answer is when they do this thing on the second biggest show on the main roster. It's not answering my question. It's not answering, like, what does somebody from NXT, just in NXT, in the indies, if you really want to go there, but the context here is NXT. What do they need to do in NXT to be able to come out with like that feeling? And again, we're never going to be certain about it. Oba could fumble. It could be booked poorly. Like you said, it could be booked poorly. Booking and like the hypotheticals of the future aside, what does somebody need to do coming out of NXT for you to feel like they could be the next Bianca, the next Brock Lesnar? If the answer is nothing, then say so. But the answer if the answer can't be, they got to do this thing on the main roster for me to actually feel that way, because that's not the situation we're in. We're talking about NXT.
Okay. So in your parameters for an NXT talent to feel like they can be a Brock Lesnar, and you have to really think about, it's really rare for an NXT talent to hit those highs.
Mm. Somebody did, and they fumbled it. Asuka. I'm not saying they can't fumble it, Sancho. I'm not saying that this is for sure thing. They can fumble it. I'm asking you, is it the Asuka treatment to feel like the Bianca Belair, like the Brock Lesnar, like they're going to have that crazy instant call up, instant impact? I want to know what it is. That's what you haven't been able to answer me.
No, I'm just saying, like, because you can't really, the thing about NXT is that talent can come from anywhere, brother. Like Bianca Belair, like the talent of not being a championship. She didn't have a dominating run. She never won the championship.
Correct.
You look at NXT as well, as like, it's not just a breeding ground for blue chip talent, green talent, or prospects. They also have indie stars. They have AEW stars in there. So for me to say like Obafemi, who is a prospect that was homebred, fed, all in the WWE, doesn't have any of those outside indie moments. When I see Ricky Starks come in, I go, that guy's a future star. Ethan Page, the guy coming in, that guy's a future star. I'm saying I haven't seen Obafemi beyond the matches that you showed me that could say that he is that level of star, because I haven't seen the whole package, brother. And when you tell me that I have to watch X amount of hours on NXT to get there, that's when I have to rely on the WWE to make them pop up on that main roster, because for my time commitment, and I see them like, oh, okay, this guy's from NXT. Holy, he's doing some cool things. Ethan Page popped up with Chelsea Green, right? Now people are interested. What is Ethan Page doing? He pops up on AAA. Why not have Obafemi pop up on different places to allow him to grow outside of the NXT bubble? Because Shawn Michaels said this himself. In an interview, he said a lot of these NXT guys and girls need to travel, and they need to do road shows for them to understand how their gimmick works beyond the Florida territory. And that's where I feel that he is strong in that Florida territory. I've yet to see him on any other road shows or anything of that sort to see how Obafemi does. Yes, there's inklings of the isms. I'm excited to see it. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm just telling you, I've been saying this for a while. I personally don't see that high level right out the gate.
I purposely, I wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt you. You still didn't answer the question. So I'm going to ask it one more time. What do you need to see from somebody out of just NXT to have that level of hype? Is the answer impossible? Is the answer no?
It's an impossible thing, because if you have a long championship reign, you could be the greatest NXT champion. It doesn't matter when you're on the main roster. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. So in the I believe then in the equal vein that you don't feel like he is that guy. I think
I said that the WWE won't book him like he's that guy.
That's not what you said. You changed your argument like 3 times. It started with like you don't see it. He's not the whole package. That's not how your argument started. But I think in the same vein that you believe that you can't make that judgment that somebody will be, I don't think that you can make then the judgment that somebody can't be. If you can't tell me how somebody can do it, then you can't tell me that somebody can't.
I just told you how Kevin Owens did it. He showed up on Raw. He showed up on the main event. I was just asking. Imagine if they
I know, but that's a main roster thing. I asked you out of just somebody coming out of NXT.
I'm just telling you, that's what I need.
You need something in the main event, and Obafemi getting put against Cody Rhodes and not losing isn't good enough.
And having a 6-minute match where he didn't feel like Cody hit him with something that would make me question, like, oh my God, this guy is a whole other level. No.
Okay, so the answer is no. There's nothing. There's nothing that could out of NXT.
As a fan that doesn't watch NXT, where there's millions of us that don't watch NXT on the same level as you do, yeah, we need that stuff, bro.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm just saying in the same vein that you can't say that somebody can make that run in NXT to convince you. I think that the opposite is also the truth, that you cannot make the judgment that they can't be that.
I could only go based on what I've seen, that the WWE handle a lot of their top NXT talent.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna reach an agreement here. I think
we don't have to, Santi. Yeah. Well,
it's tough to be able to craft an argument when you change that 3 times.
You asked me so many different questions, and
because I'm trying to pinpoint what it is that you're saying, but you kept changing it.
Obafemi can be a Brock Lesnar.
I actually know the opposite. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, and I wasn't able to. I
just don't have. I don't. From what I've seen, what was presented to me, I don't see it. That's all, and I'm excited to see it. And I cannot wait to see it happen. But as the silent minority here, that's how I feel.
All right. I was just trying to figure out exactly what your argument was, where you were coming from, what your sources were, and I don't think that you did a good enough job to convince me of your side.
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just planting a flag here, saying this is what I'm feeling right now. And I'm excited to see where Obafemi goes as a talent.
All right, it's a lot of judgment being casted on Obafemi's potential future with very little information. Is where I'm gonna.
My information's on WWE booking, Santi. It's not about freaking Obafemi. It's about the WWE's booking of the main roster talent of the NXT.
I know, but then I asked you, what is it? What do you need out of somebody coming out of NXT to get that excited? And you gave like 50 roundabout answers, but the answer was nothing all along.
You don't like it. You don't like it.
No, it's not that I didn't like the answer. It's that you didn't give one. I still don't know what your parameters are for somebody coming out of NXT to get that hype. You haven't laid that out. You gave me nothing
on the main roster.
But that's not NXT. That's the problem. That's not NXT. You
cannot live in an NXT bubble and expect greatness.
Where was Brock Lesnar before his main roster appearance?
He wasn't in NXT.
There was, okay. In OVW, sure. Somebody made the call and said that fucking monster in OVW is going to be a big thing in WWE.
Alongside Cena, Batista.
Without needing to see them on the WWE main roster, that trajectory took place.
But we never had access to those. We never was an OVW conversation. You didn't watch OVW matches before he debuted. The WWE put the machine behind him, and it was all done in close quarters. We don't.
Why do you think they put the machine? Why do you think they put the machine behind him
anymore? We don't live in this.
Hold on, I'm trying to continue to just pinpoint. I'm trying to understand the brain of Sancho. Why do you think Brock Lesnar got the push that he got? Because
of Jim Cornette. People were saying that this guy's the future. You had so many behind the scenes talent producers, Vince McMahon, all believing that Brock Lesnar is that guy. But it was all done behind the scenes, because when he popped up, he had the whole package, brother. And that's what we don't have that anymore. We have a developmental system with NXT where they pop up and they already have this whole package coming up. But what happens is, when you have something as concrete and as an NXT talent that has a history, that has banger 5-star matches, that has a fandom, and when they appear on the roster, that when your introduction to an audience that has no idea their past and history, and they have all this great accolades, and they're not booked properly to match what you're telling me, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's so many disconnect, then there's when the problems happen. Versus Brock Lesnar, you could literally, no one, when he popped up in the WWE, no one knew about OVW back in the day, brother, in the casual audience. They just see this dude with this pyro and these black trunks and he's muscular, and this dude's a freak of nature, right? That's all we see. His just appearance and his package from the WWE.
But he didn't need to have a moment before becoming a full-time member. He didn't need to have a Royal Rumble appearance to impress the people. He didn't need to have a run-in with the champion before becoming a full-time member.
That's not what we have anymore, though.
I agree. That's not what we have.
The modern era's changed. No one can surprise you like that anymore.
Which is why I'm trying to put it in the similar bubble as Brock Lesnar, because that's who we're comparing. Which is why I'm asking you to only put it in the pretend it's OVW in 2002 if you really need to. Because if you want to talk hypotheticals, because that's a lot of what you're doing. I don't know that they're going to book him right. I don't know that they're going to put him in the correct situations.
It's all based on what we've had. There's
none of those names have had the hype of comparing it to a Brock Lesnar. Not even Kevin Owens, not Finn Balor, not Shinsuke Nakamura. Most of these names have failed.
I see more in Javon Evans ever than Obafemi.
That's insane. That's just straight up insane.
At the end of the day, you think Javon Evans will have a better career than Obafemi?
No,
I think so.
No,
he's much more relatable to me than Obafemi.
Oh, because Cody Rhodes is the most relatable dude on the planet. What are you talking about? With wearing his suit and his pocket watch, the relatability doesn't always lead to anything.
I think so. Yes. Cody's relatability is trying to fill up the legacy of his father. Like, you don't relate to that?
No, because my father was not the owner was not part of the industry that I'm trying to then come into. That's borderline fantasy for most people to be.
You don't relate into like making your dad happy? Like that simple factor, making your dad proud?
I mean, anybody can say that. That's not a Cody Rhodes exclusivity relatability.
But that's what it boils down to. For Javon Evans, I could relate to a Javon Evans.
What's the relatability that you have with Javon Evans?
That he's a young guy. He's out there living his life and trying to be successful in a world filled with giants, dude.
And
he's not the strongest. He's not the strongest. He doesn't have all the tools, but he's going to try his best, and he's going to use what he has to get it done. I can't relate to an Obafemi character. This lore.
Okay, all right.
I can't relate to
Sancho. Tell me your relatability to Brock Lesnar then, because that's who we've been talking about. What's your relatability to Brock Lesnar? Because there's none. There is no relatability. It's a hypothetical question because Brock Lesnar is a freak, is a monster, and it's those freaks and monsters that get pushed to the moon. It's those. You have no relatability to Braun Breaker. Within a year, he's already facing the world heavyweight champion.
Braun Breaker is back to being the same thing. His legacy. When the promo, that's the magic of promos, bro. And I don't see that Obafemi is going to deliver that magical promo like Braun Breaker telling CM Punk, "You don't understand what it's like to have a father like a Steiner and living up to that legacy where you're living on life under microscope." You don't have promos coming out of Obafemi that he's Eddie Guerrero and that he's addicted to this business and he cannot stop thinking about it night and day, that his entire family lineage relies on that. You don't have Cody Rhodes thinking about I am the nightmare to my father's dream, that I've been in this business and my Rhodes family has never held on to the title. I don't see this with Obafemi, brother.
Because you have seen one promo of his, according to what you've been saying that you've been paying attention to, the main roster stuff. It's one promo for an exhibition match.
It's just a gimmick I don't see lasting on the main roster. That's all.
Right, and which is almost the same as a Brock Lesnar gimmick that has lasted 23 plus years.
But he's not a Brock Lesnar.
That's crazy. No, that is the closest thing generationally that we've had to a Brock Lesnar. It's the closest thing that we've had. The difference is that he can talk on his own. But like from an athletic standpoint, the things that he does, the things that he can do, it's the closest to Brock Lesnar that we have seen.
I think we're just going to be at a standstill for now, my friend.
A standstill that prevents you from getting on the train. We are at the station. I tried for the past 40 minutes to give you a free complimentary ticket to this train. I tried.
Oh my God.
I tried.
We buried this gimmick. I thought we buried the train gimmick.
No, buddy. I am digging it back up. For 40 minutes, I tried to get you on this train.
I didn't want to be convinced, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't want to be convinced to get on the train.
That's poor argumentative. You should be open to have your mind changed in these conversations.
I need Obafemi, the WWE, to change. I know, not you.
But here's the thing: you don't get to be on the train when WWE says the train's good. You get to be on the train before the train gets good. And right here, right now, as God is my witness, with a tear in my eye, because I'm so sad to leave you behind, Sancho. Chugga, 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 chugga. You are not on the Obafemi train. You're gone. Sayonara. This is the train that you cannot get on. This is the mountain that you cannot climb. When Obafemi becomes the king of the ring, you don't get to celebrate. You don't get to have the moment. You don't get to say, yeah, that Obafemi guy, I'm glad he's getting off of the train. And Sancho, not only are you off of the train, you're off the train for life. You don't ever get to come on this train. No second chances, not another opportunity to jump on the train. It's just gone, brother, because I tried so hard to get you on the train. And now we've got a whole 2026 bit to see how the Obafemi train is going. And here's the thing, man. We have entrenched ourselves to the point where if Obafemi ends up having a terrible year, I'm cooked. I'm going to get roasted for the next year. The same goes for you, brother. That's it. We have picked two sides of the equation, and I think I picked the cozy side that's got nice air conditioner in the summers. We got a nice heater in the winters. First class food. I like my seat here.
I'm just trying to help the internet in my own way to say that it's okay not to like something just because everybody else likes it.
That was not the crux of the conversation.
No, I started off. I'm the silent minority here, and I'm sure there's a bunch of us. That's all.
I know, but Sancho, okay. you started the I'm going to stay silent on this, and then you said the loudest thing you could say about.
And then I'm done.
But you don't get to be done. That's the thing. That's the podcast. It's wrestling is cool. You don't just get to be done. You don't just get to drop the bomb and run away. Yeah, that doesn't work like that.
Good old hot box, and I shut the door in the car, dude. I'm out.
No.
Oh, it smells.
I wasn't gonna let that one fly. No. I'm glad that we peeled those layers, because now we know where we both stand, and I'm on the train and you're not. It's just as simple as that.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
You don't see it. You don't see it.
I want to. That's the problem. Like, I want to. I tell my watch party all the time. I was like, I see the vignettes. I'm like, man, I want to like this, but it's just not clicking with me, you know? Yeah.
But his pose, he doesn't do it for you.
It's like people love Elden Ring, and I get that game. It's cool. I love it. It's cool. Like the artistry of it. It's a banger game, but damn, dog, it's like hours and hours and hours. I don't know, you know?
Get good. You just fucking suck. Get better at Soulsborne games. That's all it is, brother. To be fair, though, Elden Ring didn't click with me either. I beat all the other Soulsborne games. But I've always been very open about it. I don't like open world games. They just don't work for me.
I hate open world games.
Maybe you just don't like good things. Maybe that's the equivalent here. You don't like good things like Obafemi. I don't like open world games.
I like Resident Evil 2. It's a
OG or
game.
remake?
Both. Remake's great. Yeah. It's like an 6-hour game. Perfect.
Yeah. I agree. Listen, if there are more than 5 things for me to do on the map at the same time, I'm out.
Far Cry is different. I'm down to do Far Cry, but it's like simple stuff that you don't have to do.
No, but okay, maybe it might be me. I think because I'm OCD with this stuff, I have to do them. I know in the game I have to do them. Yes.
Red Dead Redemption squirrels.
Yeah, I had to like back away from like, if you go into like my PlayStation trophies, I went through an era where like, okay, if I buy this game, I'm platinuming it. You can see like platinum. And then I had to like have an intervention with myself. Like, I cannot do this. I cannot spend 40 hours finding the feathers in Assassin's Creed 2 just for but like I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop myself.
I know I might be opening a fresh wound, but I think Obafemi could have a banger moment at Royal Rumble this year. Like, I think that's where we're going to have it. I think that's what's missing. Like, we're going to have it. We haven't thought about that over the Rumble.
So Sancho, but that's the thing. The train's gone. I know the Rumble's around the corner, but the train's gone. I try to get you on before that Rumble moment, which is, you know, what you hung up on. Like, hey, you only get to be on the train before it, and you chose not to be. So now when that moment happens, when he eliminates Brock Lesnar from the Rumble.
Oh, remember about Brock, when Brock told Keith Lee, oh, big boy.
Oh, big boy. Big boy.
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's wrap up some of the...
Wait. That would be wild, though.
What?
That'd be crazy if he just like gorilla pressed him, like...
Dude, if he chucked out a Brock Lesnar, that'd be insane. Let's wrap up the last couple topics that we have here. I have a question for you.
Oh, God.
Dude, Theory, what the fuck? Is this... Oh, my God. Like, I know we're on the opposite ends of Obafemi, but I think we've both been on the same train here. This is a mess.
No. I like Theory. I liked his new edge that he had against Ray in that match. I think with Theory, it's going to be a week by week basis, brother. He's going to be 2 steps forward 1 week, 3 steps back one next week, 2 steps forward, and then he's just.
But isn't that where he already was?
Yeah, but it feels like to me he kind of slotted himself and just like, oh, this is where I belong. I'm just gonna throttle it down, and this is who I am now. I'm a henchman. I'm a stooge, and that's basically what it's been. And I wish that the WWE blamed him for not taking out CM Punk, because that was right there. It's like an easy layup. Let him re-earn his Vision quest. Instead, they make him just feel like, oh, nothing really happened. No consequences. It wasn't your fault. You hit the curb stomp and CM Punk kicked out. But now he just tag team partners. Like, you brought in an Austin Theory just to be a tag team guy when he was a tag team guy.
And I think for me, my problem with Austin Theory, because I mean, I've always liked Austin Theory from an in-ring perspective. Like, this hasn't changed. Austin Theory's still a great in-ring guy. Like you said, I like the edge there with Rey Mysterio. Mm-hmm. It's just that, like, if you were right now, if you were to pluck Theory out of the Vision, does anything change?
I think
compared to you pluck somebody else.
Logan changes a little bit.
Okay. What if you pluck out Logan Paul?
Oh, that changes a lot. I mean, because Logan delivers. I was telling this in my chat. Like, the things that he says are just perfect. Like him telling Braun Breaker to chill for some reason, just added a little bit.
What was it? The Adam Pearce, dude, you need to stop. He's gonna kill you.
He said, please, for the love of God, he's going to kill you. Right? Like that's the kind of stuff that just adds something to it that I think was missing a lot in wrestling. Just normal day conversations and just regular talking, not like I'm gonna talk like this, just like, brother, I'm talking to you directly, he's going to kill you, you know. like Adam Pearce talks like a wrestler a lot, and Adam Pearce drives me crazy because he just screams his head off. But when you have someone who just like Logan speaks directly, works so well. But I think though, just to talk about Austin Theory, if the WWE just embraced popping bottles, that would have worked for him, dude. Like, I'm just telling you.
I've been popping bottles.
Just embrace. Like, we gave him a character, dude. If he would have came out to popping bottles or just had a bottle and just came out with his Versace, would have been like, all right, this guy has a character now. But instead, we literally just put him in a tag team with a different guy or the set of stables.
I don't think his role is that much different than where he was with A-Town Down Under.
He could literally be Grayson Waller in a New Day. That's how you could put Grayson Waller with the Vision.
Grayson Waller with the New Day adds more than Austin Theory with the Vision. I'm gonna hang on that flagpole. I think that
come on, bring it in.
Hang on, I gotta do this angle. We gotta maybe like nope. Hang on this way. All right, go in. Ready? All right, ready?
All right.
Ah, you dumb bitch! I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm serious. I'm serious this time. Oh, are we scissoring?
Yeah. Come
here. All right, we'll actually do it this time.
Here we go.
There you go. We didn't need to thrust. We were thrusting a little too.
Oh,
yeah. That's more of a vibration. We were like slowly going. I didn't like how we were doing that.
Why can't we see this is what wrestling should be? You know, debates, discussions, and scissoring all at once.
In that order?
Yeah.
Ending with the scissoring.
It's like one of those arguments you have with your significant other and just ends in passion.
Wait, I in the show notes you wrote down Monday Night Raw versus SmackDown in 2026. I don't know what this is.
Your show sucks, bro. SmackDown is a cooking here, baby. The A show with the A show reviewer is at an all-time high. Those 3 hours, magnifique. Monday Night Raw, what are you doing? ¿Qué pasó?
I don't think Raw's bad. I just don't think it's as good as SmackDown. I haven't. The last couple of Raws, I've been like, this is good Raw. I compared to SmackDown, and SmackDown is way better, but I think Raw's good. I think we're getting good shows, but like SmackDown is. Fine. Are you gonna belittle my show? You're gonna belittle me.
You got a cute little bacon cheeseburger. Meanwhile, SmackDown has that little grill and has the cheese sauce on it, and it has the burger cut in half and smashed down into that gooey cheesiness. It's same, Santi, but different. That's what makes SmackDown so much unique, because it feels like there's so many combustibles, like there's so many variables out there. It just seems so exciting. It's like new and refreshing. And mind you, and I'm gonna say this as a thought about Javon Evans, like the booking of Javon Evans makes no sense for Javon Evans when he was doing so well as a free agent. Like he was doing so much better as a free agent. Now you're signing Raw. Guess what? Gears, Rio, and Bravo, brother. Oh, you want to cut a really cool promo? Cut that on commercial. Oh, like a heartfelt promo. Cut it on commercial. Oh, go ahead. Show up with Penta and Dragon Lee and really not say anything medical. Like, okay, Javon. But hey, man, SmackDown all-time high.
They're killing it with that extra hour. I think part of what's helping the show be good is the call-ups, right? You're getting regular segments with Trick and Jordan Grace, which is great, and they're even making time for like the shenanigans of Axiom and Johnny Gargano, which is a lot of fun. But it just feels like everything is getting an opportunity to shine, to sink or swim. Even the Wyatt Six, even Julia getting regular segments. I know Julia's fooling you, but now getting an opportunity against one of the people that we've actually been wanting her to go up against, in Alexa Bliss, which I do think generates a lot more, not hope. I don't think that's the right word. I think a lot more
prestige, like a little bit of prestige.
Absolutely prestige. She's here.
Like collecting coins, and she's about to get a free 1-up. You know.
She's got like 4 coins on a Mario Kart course, so she's starting to pick up speed. She's not quite at 10 coins.
No, but yeah, she's accelerating. But
it's necessary to add these women like Alexa Bliss, like Charlotte Flair. One of the things that I've noticed, especially like on this episode of Monday Night Raw, is just the almost like overkill of talent in the women's tag team division, because not only is it now the main eventers, they now have put probably the two most prominent mid-carders that Raw has in this division, Lyra and Roxanne Perez, are both people that could have been going after the women's Intercontinental Championship. Hell, Bayley too, but Bayley's she's both same but different type of situation. So now you've got a division full of all of the main eventers, a bunch of viable mid-carders, and all the other divisions are starving. The only division that I think is doing well from the women's, off the back of the women's tag team division just siphoning everybody, is the Women's World Championship, because they're experimenting with Raquel Rodriguez and we're getting something new, something different, and they're flourishing, right? You can make the argument that they tried that over on SmackDown with B-Fab and Michin and Jade Cargill, but that wasn't going anywhere. Because I do think if all of those names were in the main event scene, Raquel doesn't get a chance. So there is your little silver lining for it. But at some point, guys, we gotta start pulling things aside here and add to all of the other divisions. Here's another question for you, Sanjo. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, are they taking these things to WrestleMania? Or are they going to get added into the World Championship pictures? Because I know you're adamant about Rhea Ripley being in the World Championship picture. Because we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, who might be on the edge of maybe breaking up, but
on this day,
I see clearly. But Charlexa versus Rio as a women's tag team match, that's WrestleMania stuff. That is. Like, if you want to make a WrestleMania worthy tag team match, it's that one. I don't think you can make a bigger one in the division. Do they
or a ladder match between everybody in the division?
Yeah, but I don't think that WWE risks all of those big names in a ladder match. You know, I think they're more willing to risk the DIYs of the world, the Garza and Angels of the world, but like Rhea Ripley and names and Charlotte and Alexa, I don't know that they've had like 3 opportunities to do that women's TLC match, and they seem to just kidding. This isn't for a big multi-man match. This is for like a 4-way or triple threat #1 contendership match.
I think they do hold it to Mania. I mean, they had those backstage segments where Charlotte and Alexa are like, hey, we're wishing you good luck. Good luck out there, Riho. We absolutely think you could do it. So I do see that, but I still think it's a waste of all 4 women to be able to regulate it to tag team wrestling, considering that they could each main event Mania on their own. It'd be nice to have Rhea Ripley back in the chamber. That'd be awesome. Why not have both Rhea and Io Sky in the chamber as champions, but singles, just to have that little bit of a juice in it, so that way we could kind of lead to their fracture a little bit there. There's nothing more exciting than seeing 2 tag teamers going to get it for a singles gold, right? That'd be fun. I think that'd be a fun chamber, Matt.
Listen, and if you wanted to, like, maybe they take the tag team championships to WrestleMania, but they don't defend them. They face each other, right? We've had that before. Eddie and Ray going in as tag team champions, facing off each other, which led to the whole custody of Dom stuff. Not talked about enough, but John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, that WrestleMania 23 main event, which was very good. They were tag team champions in that, and that was also for the WWE Championship, but they were tag team champions going into that match. So it's been done before, and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky have obvious like history with one another, of Rhea still wanting to beat Io and how good their previous matches have been. That in itself is, to me, a WrestleMania worthy journey for Rhea Ripley, you know, finally getting that win, but also, which is the cherry on top, a WrestleMania worthy match in terms of quality.
And they could have like an actual moment that doesn't have to revolve around hate. It could revolve around respect and love. Golden love.
It could eventually devolve into hate, Ray and Eddie. It did eventually.
Sure. I mean, they're going to have to lose the tag team titles eventually. But I think it'd be a way, Santi, to keep all the ladies in the vortex of the tag team division main event adjacent, like you said, to Mania. So you have the women, they're all going after the tag team, but at the same time, you have Rhea Ripley and Io. Honestly, Rhea's only won the Rumble once, right?
Yes. 2-time. I mean, I mean,
you see anyone else winning the Rumble?
Liv is the Rumble. Is the one everyone has. She's the favorite, at least. I'm not saying she's gonna win, but she's definitely the one that has the most picks on her favor.
Oh man, the way she was she out when that 7 went out?
Out when what?
When the 7 went out, when all the 8 wrestlers went out, was Liv one of them?
On Raw recently?
No, on Royal Rumble. In that moment where the spot Nia knocked out everybody. Because I
know
Liv took out Alexa. I remember that.
Yeah. I think Liv survived that. I don't think she was part of the big giant elimination.
Because I know Stephanie Vaquer was. Io Sky was, right?
Yep.
I think Io was.
Raquel was. It was
Bianca Belair was.
I think Naomi was supposed to be, but I think she fell out a little bit after. I don't think she fell with everybody. But never do that spot at a Royal Rumble ever again. What a lazy spot that was. Sancho, new heat order time, I think, my friend. Oops.
Oh, man.
I should have covered you like that during the Obafemi argument.
That's going to be a fun one going into the week. We have, new heat order. Yes. This was last week. We have Tanahashi, Stephanie Vaquer. For those of you who know, new heat orders about the buzz, the excitement going into the week to week. What we're most looking forward to. Number 8 was Damian Priest. Number 7 was Braun Breaker. Number 6, Trick Williams. Number 5, Raquel. And number 4, Rhea and Rio, which are now officially Rio on the main roster page, by the way.
Yep.
3, Drew Mack. 2, Randy Orton. And 1, say it,
Kit Wilson.
Yeah.
Is it crazy to believe that he's going to go from 1 to off the list?
Damn.
That's crazy. We know who number 1 is. We know who number 1 is, though.
Oh, with him?
He will be. He'll be number 1 for a long time, and you don't get to celebrate. You politic just to make sure he never gets number 1.
Not if I'm the one with the pin.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew Mac, yeah. Number 2.
Fatu?
No love for the MFTs being the White Six. Go Solo Sikoa stealing the little lantern.
We're gonna get there, but not number 2 love.
Little Solo. Dude, when Solo stole the lantern, I was like, you messed up. You were doing just fine. But by the way, not bad for Uncle Howdy, right? Imagine the magic of just having Uncle Howdy wrestle could add so much to his character.
Kind of cool that Tama Tonga got the win, too.
With a little hidden blade on Uncle Howdy.
Never seen that move before. Totally unique and new.
Never seen it before. I mean, if you copied it, how dare you? I mean, the cutthroat is by far. It's like a blade that's hidden, you know?
Mm-hmm. You can't see that blade.
Do you hate Gunther doing this?
I'm annoyed by it. I'm annoyed by it.
But I understand it's supposed to annoy me. I get it.
Yeah, it's working, but it's annoying.
I made him work, brother. I made him work. From a man who said professional wrestling, sports entertainment is dead, for him to do a sports entertainment thing. Anyway, all right, number 2. We got number 2 open here. And maybe Alpha Academy. Big match coming up with.
No.
Hey, I like how Otis asked for a title shot like he was asking for an extra slice at catering. That's what it looked like to me.
Hey, how about a piece for Big Daddy?
Can you, dude? I'm gonna say that when I'm at a buffet now, dude. When I'm sitting there, sitting, hey, how about a piece for Big Daddy?
Put an extra scoop for Big Daddy. Wait,
sir,
did you put Fatu at 2?
Sir, I'm gonna ask you to leave, sir. Oh, come on, man. Big Daddy just wants to eat. Just keep referring yourself as Big Daddy. Number 2, Jacob Fatu. Jacob Newteeth. That Roman treatment, dog. People talk about getting that rejuvenation when you're a mom. What is it called? You know what it is? That mom package where you get like everything done?
Oh, the mommy makeover.
Yeah. My man got the tribal chief makeover.
Yeah, you got the
All right, number 3. Gunther? Tapping out,
I think Gunther and AJ though.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I'd say for the wrong reasons, but they're definitely what's driving the conversation right now. I'd even put Finn Balor at 5.
Okay, I like it. All right. I just wish we got bum ass Finn Balor, dude. let him play like some Arc Raiders,
World of Warcraft style, like from South Park. He turns into that, just like melts into a chair.
Yeah, but then like the next day, he's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
He like, who has no life.
Put him in a suit and everything. You know, they got some money. They got that TKO money.
Yeah, like Thor. Like do the Thor thing. Yeah. Because that was it, right? He was playing video games, playing Fortnite.
He was. Him and Korg were just drinking butterbeer, whatever they were drinking. All right, number 6. Raquel?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Give me Raquel. 7, give me Trick Williams.
The lemon pepper steppers.
Lemon pepper steppers.
Trick Williams, who hit somebody with his microphone.
Did you see the freeze frame of Randy and Trick? Like, oh shit!
Vince would have tear your head off if that happened. It reminds me when Brock Lesnar would throw something into the crowd. It would always bounce into the, he would throw it on the floor and just bounce into the ricochet in there. All right, that's what we have here. Any ladies besides Raquel? I mean, the Kabuki Warriors.
You could do Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace winning her debut match, immediately already having the storyline with Jade Cargill. I think that's the closest one, honestly, this week, aside from Raquel. Maybe you could do Stephanie, like alongside Raquel.
Stephanie looked great with that leather jacket.
Yeah, she did. Stephanie could look great with anything. I'm going to just stop that thought there.
This is your king. All right, we have Jordan Grace, and 9 and 10 is open. Any love for Braun Breaker? That was a crazy.
I think we should put Braun Breaker higher.
Okay. Over Finn?
Nah, this is like a massive moment for Finn. Let Finn have his moment.
To be on the new heat order at number 5?
Yeah. That's gonna be Finn's accomplishment for the year.
Over Raquel at 6?
Yeah. Okay. I think he should be over Raquel.
Dude, that brought him back, dude. You know what? I'm gonna put Adam Pearce on here.
Okay. I won't fight that.
Yeah, if Adam Pearce wasn't that good, that segment would have been ass.
Do we have no love for Cody Rhodes here? That match was incredible.
We did talk a lot about what Cody's going to do. If I was Drew McIntyre, I would AI himself into that WrestleMania commercial.
That'd be funny. That'd be so funny.
It is just like so.
Just replace Cody entirely.
Or even just do like the face replacement thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, put Cody. Sure. What did Sami Zayn do?
Well, he said he wants the world title, and now he's in that number 1 contender thing.
Ilya Dragunov as well. Matt Cardona had a good segment.
Hey, Carmelo Hayes had a solid match, open challenge.
Yeah, Nakamura. But I'm sorry, if he was Kit Wilson, I would have been all in. That has to happen, right? If it does, if you said it so yourself, the dude calls himself him, and the dude is that's Batman and Joker, right?
I just want to point out that your king here, Sancho West, has the gall to compare Kit Wilson to Shawn Michaels, but won't allow the comparison of Omofemi to Brock Lesnar. I just want to throw that out there, okay? Just want to let it be known that quote exists. That quote exists. Sancho, I'm just using your words against you. I'm just using. The argument's over. You're off the train. You're off the train. You're off the train. The train's gone. It's done.
Listen. I say he reminds me of early 90s, like early Shawn Michaels, okay? The flamboyant Shawn Michaels, the boy toy. That's what it reminds me of.
Kit Wilson, Shawn Michaels, yep.
Don't forget Raquel.
Raquel and it was Rhea, Brett, and Sean. That's the OG ridiculous comparison. That like kicked off the era of the podcast.
It did, right? That let us know we're in a whole.
That had to have been like one of our first 5 episodes. It was that early because that was when Rhea and Raquel were feuding. That was like fall of 2023 when we started the feud. When we started the podcast,
we had short hair Rhea Ripley, dude.
Yeah,
newly minted mommy who's just starting to do the zesty pin.
That's right.
That's how early it was,
dude. It's an eternity how long we've been doing this now. Actually, if you think about it, long time.
Yeah, you keep me around like a cat. They just won't go away. I'm your Biggles. All right, here it is. The 10.
Oh, that's it. We got all the 10. I didn't even realize. I thought we had more. Okay.
Cody Rhodes at 10, 9. Adam Pearce 8. Jordan Grace 7. Trick Williams, and this is all I don't care. 6. Raquel and Braun Breaker. 5. Finn. 4. AJ Styles. 3. Gunther. 2. Jacob Fatu. And 1. Drew Mack. Good luck with that, Goose Lesnar. By the way, he said he's gonna go through the list of all Match Club, but he has 4 kids.
Oh my God. All right.
How many of your kids do it? Come on, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You got free labor right there.
Diversify. Delegate.
Delegate. That's the word. Folks, thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. An extra special thank you, of course, goes out to our $15 patrons. They are the producers of the show, and as such, do indeed get their name read out here as part of the credits. So a special extra thank you goes out to, as I'm realizing I don't actually have them properly up. So
Logan Paul just dropped this fight footage he had with Bradley Martin.
Wait, what? The footage of the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, well, let's watch that together after this. Don't play yet. I want to watch this.
Okay.
Because that fight happened like 2 years ago now, and they said no cameras, and I guess there was a camera. I want to see this. All right, so a special thank you goes out to our $15 patrons, starting with why am I struggling with this? Hang on, stick with me. Almost there. Chargers are posers and frauds. Of course, that's the first one. Toasty asks for the Shield triple threat on Match Club. AO Salguero, Ace, Active D4C. Add Finn Balor to the Glaze Factory. Please, Daddy. No, he doesn't belong there. Sanchez doesn't want him. Aiden S. Abreem Zuda. Alex Regal. Alex. Alfie the Chosen One. Alfie Wallify. American Nightmare. Cody Lander. Antonio Arjona. Antony. Eric's. Ariel Pacheco. Arrogance. Ashley. Ozzy Kingslayer. Bailey Saunders. Beans. Be Hostile. Bill Goldberg. Sorry, I have to say it. Bret Hart says Bill Goldberg, Blenda, Blue Cord, Bluefish, Bradley, Brad Primo, Brody Cyphers, Brian Gallardo, Cameron Warren, Cameron Talks WWE, CB, Chad, Chimchar Collectibles, Chris Butner, Lucas, Christian Anderson, Chucky Gonzalez, Colby Mayo, Cool Whip Tim, Corey King, Dan Schubert, Derek Barnhart, Digi316, D Lopez, Dominic DeCoco, Drake May 316 says I just beat the Chargers. Thank you. Drake May is better than the entire Chargers line. Egg Toast, El Hijo de un Gringo, El Juan de Americano, Eric Ruiz Romero, Ethan Richardson. Isatch has died from Greg Roman's play calling. Hey, it's Chris Jericho. I'm not showing up. Hey, 5 Knuckle RKO, Fletcher Walpole, FMFCMA, Foster JK, Freddie Trejo, Freezer. Fuck it. Here's the full B movie script. Fugnux has F as in Fugnux, U as in Ugnux. Garrett Woods, Gaydolf, Gilbert Deans, Godspeed, Lemon Peppa Steppas, Goose Lesnar, GXA Man, Heath Robertson. Hey, look, I'm AJ. I'm out here tapping like a bitch. Hey, Shakes. I feel like 240p. Mark Henry on the top of the cage. I turn heel on my boss. I'm Rick James, bitch. Ian McNugget. I'm Braun Strowman. Issa says, week 5 of asking Santi to pay for my WrestleMania ticket. It should have been me to marry Santi. It's War Games. I'm out here war gaming. It's Mista. It's Astro Kid. Jack Gibley. Jack Harris. Jackson. Jacob Mueller. Jacob Saffel. James Arman. Jared Hernandez. Jason De Dios. Jason Flint. Jason Vane, Javier Rodriguez, Javion McDuffie, JC Worley, Jeremiah Finley, Joe Exotic, Joe Velez, Joey Romig, Jonathan Cox, Johnny Moore, Johnny Owens, Jordan Lynch, Josh Norfleet, Joshua Kane, JR, Juan Vega, Juliana Sarfi, Julian Wainwright, Justin Brooks, Justin Perkins, Caleb Martin, Kevin Bega, KJ, LA Knight winning the Rumble. If I'm wrong, stone me. Liam Lil Shifu, look, it's Pac-Man, Wepa, Luis Jimenez, Majed, Mal the Sol, Ruka Glazer, Malachi Blackwell, Manny Fernandez, Mark, Marnie YCSM, Matthew Oberg, Matthew Watkins, Mossy, Mackay, Meredith Lee, Michael Paz, Michael III, Michael Vera, Michael Scott's Christmas Dick, Miguel Paredes, Minoru Suzuki is goated, Muhammad Al-Banai, Mr. Gibby Fresh Zap, Nathan Tully, Nicholas Kyle, Nihilus, NyQuil Pad, Noah, Obi Nobi, Oil Up Teddy. Come on, next page. Oil Up Now, Santi, Old Man Rican, Oliver Hammonds, Omar Ghazawi, Papa Bear, Pat R, Pat Mick, Frody, Prince Vegeta, Puppet Spanker Johnson, Rainer Necco, Reaper God, Rick Mar 1R, Ricky Dutcher, Ruben Sanchez, Ryan Halberg, Ryan Muniz, Ryan Spradley, Riley, Sadie Brink. Sancho doesn't get a safe space or the thumbnail. Sancho is a B+ player. Santi eats Sancho the long way. Santi Custom Games, Sauce God, Saudi Rick Bug, Savage Field, Scott Linden, Shane, Shitstain Nakamura, Sir Crate, Slayer, Stay True, Super Malachi Galaxy, Texans beat the Chargers, Santi, the A Show viewer for the A Show, Bebe, the adrenaline in Sancho's bowl doesn't flush. The Patriots own the Chargers. Real Slim, Shady, Vanilla Joe Rilla, the Wepa Warrior, Bing Bong, the LA Knight Mega Glazer, Jacob Kufis, the Final Boss, Bloodline Rulist, Tim Higgins, Tom Lehman, Trent Head, Trevor Harder, Trevor Shiflett, Two Slapped Cupid, Tycho, Tyler Bouchard, Tyler Logan, Tyler McGarry, Undead T429, Unknown Zero, Vacant going over LA Knight, Venom, Verzo, Voidsy, Wade, Juan Pablo III, White Mexican, William Newton, W. Kelly FM, Zach Smira, Yo Girl Side, Zach Griffin, Zach Westeen, Zachary Rhodes, Zach Butcher, Zay2K, needs Santi to oil up, Zagaffer, Zeke Love, Zergzito, and Just In Case. Thank you guys so very much for listening to this episode of the Wrestling Is Cool podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy this early, patrons. Take care. Goodbye. Be good people.